is Smythe, host of the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.
Welcome to the Team Podcast, episode 044.
Yes! It's back!
The rust.
Oh,
The rust is real.
It's been so long.
I was hoping I'd go through that flawlessly. The problem was I was recording at the same time.
We're all recording.
Yeah.
Oh, he was on his
on the Insta.
on the gram.
044 of the Team Podcast. And we're back. Well, especially me. I've been gone for like 3 weeks, but we took that 1 week
You've been
off.
gone for a solid month.
Almost. No, almost. 3 episodes I missed on.
It feels like months ago when we had the girls in here.
Yeah.
And the voices you're hearing is my co-host Wells of the. We can actually say this now. Smart.
Yes.
Of the Horseplay.
You can go
Podcast.
back to saying
Yeah.
a Horseplay podcast.
I told you guys. What's
You know
up?
what? You were right. It
I'm
will
always
never
right.
die.
What's up?
And on the ones and twos, we got the great DJ Smythe.
Not a DJ.
What is going on, guys?
It's snowing.
I know that sucks.
Let's just start with that. Winter is November 15th, and I wasn't ready.
And me coming back from California, I was like, ugh.
Really not ready.
You know what? I hate how everyone acts surprised by this. Like, oh my god, snow, and then like, guys, like
November?
we're it's November. It used to snow in like October, man.
It used to. When we were kids, it used to.
Yeah,
Like,
when we were kids, 30 years ago.
What? So what, man? Like, you're not ready for it? You're surprised by it? It's snow, man. What were
I
you
am
waiting
not
for?
ready.
Like, it was cold all week. It was cold all last week. Like, what were you expecting?
The cold I can handle. The cold I can handle. The snow I don't like.
Really?
Yeah. The snow.
Because when it snows, you know it's not that cold.
not as
It
cold.
isn't. It isn't. You're right.
It's true.
So I don't know. Like, you guys just looking to complain?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
We're Canadians. You're supposed to
Yeah,
complain
that's-
about it.
that's-
I don't
job.
complain.
Oh,
I'm used to
good.
this, man.
Do you go skiing?
No, I hate skiing.
Skating?
No, I don't do any winter sports.
Snowboarding?
None of that.
I do skate.
Then you don't care.
I urinate in the snow. That's
There
my
you go.
winter sport.
I yellow snow it.
Little signatures.
My goal
My
is,
initials.
My goal is to do more winter stuff this year, though.
Like.
Really? After how we just came out?
Yeah. I wanna play some shinny,
Shitty.
and I wanna do some skiing. Shinny's it's like pickup hockey. You can't raise the puck in the air in shinny. That's like a no. And instead of you shooting on a goalie for the most part, you're just like shooting at a net on the ground. So it's a lot of like passing and moving the puck around. If we get a goalie, obviously we play some straight hockey. But with hockey, you could definitely get hurt. So no one's wearing helmets or masks or anything. So
You do this on the ice, or you just
Make
do
sure-
it
on
outside?
ice. Yeah, on ice.
Okay.
You're gonna play too if you skate.
I can skate. I haven't played hockey
Just get a
since
stick.
I was 9 years
Just
old.
get a stick, bro.
I do have a stick.
Well, I'm gonna play.
You know for sure you were 9 years old?
Yes.
Okay.
I know exactly. I quit hockey because I had to get new equipment. I was like, I'm not. My mom's like, we're not buying new equipment again. It just got too expensive. That's why I was like, no, we're not.
There
doing
was
this
a limit, and we're done here.
again. Yeah. So I'm back. California was great.
Don't brag.
It was so fun. Man.
No, just you know what? Get it all out.
It
Give
was
us
so
the
fun.
highlights, man.
It was
Let's
so
hear it.
fun. All
Let's
right,
hear it.
Close
so
notes.
we flew into San Francisco. San Francisco was probably my favorite city in California.
Yeah.
San Francisco, the way I described it, and every time I say it, everyone's like, yes. It's if Vancouver and Toronto had a baby, it'd be San Francisco. I don't know. You've been there. I don't know if you.
I've been there twice.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys same.
It's my second favorite city in the States.
Oh, really?
What's number one?
It might
Cleveland.
be my Cleveland.
All right, back to
It
Cali.
might be my favorite city in the States.
Yeah,
If I could afford to live there, I would.
you would
Oh,
do it.
yeah.
Definitely live there.
It's so nice, man.
I would definitely live there. The Oracle, nice arena.
But that's Oakland.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
we drove out there to take a look.
Yeah.
It's across the bay, so whatever. Yeah, that whole complex is nice. They're obviously moving downtown now. Stayed there for only a day, which we got the hotel comped.
Oh,
So that hotel was going to be our most expensive hotel, but they were on strike, and I think they overbooked and stuff like that. So when we first got there, like, oh, sorry, we don't have a reservation, but we are going to move you down the street to our sister hotel, and we're comping everything.
Dang. When you say everything,
The valet, everything. And I think...
did you order room service?
No, we
Did
didn't
you-
order... No, because everyone's on strike, so we couldn't do it. They had picketers outside and stuff like that,
No
so
one's
we
giving
couldn't
you
order anything. The valet, we actually had to park cars.
Even
so.
at the sister place?
Yeah. Every hotel in San Francisco was on strike then.
wow.
So it was like they had people out there. It was loud. Like you'd have to like plug your ears when you walk by them. It was that loud. People are picking it. So that was comped. Fantastic. Rented a Mustang, top down the whole way. It's funny, when we got there, we put the top down on the Mustang, and everyone's like, "Oh man, why are you doing that? It's so cold." It was like 20 degrees.
How are you guys gonna make
That's
it?
the thing about San Fran is it's never warmer than 20, and it's never colder than like 14.
Yeah. So that was great. My timeline's kind of messed up. I can't really remember because we went to like 5 or 6 different cities. Drove out Big Sur. Obviously did the coastal highway, winding long. Big Sur was fun, real chill. You got that whole surfer mentality there.
Surfer mentality.
Vegas, that was fun. We were there for 3 days. Never go to a concert in Vegas, especially if it's a hip hop concert. So we got tickets to the Lil Wayne concert. Okay, we're gonna go there at 12. Whatever, we go there at 12. This guy didn't come up on stage till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Local time?
Yeah.
So like 6 a.m.
Yeah. 3 o'clock in the morning, this guy didn't come on stage.
Were you at a club?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
It's a big club.
Oh, okay.
That's why. Hackathon?
No, it was it's an MGM. I can't remember. Drake. Whatever.
You tell me, man.
Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, whatever. It's on my Instagram story. Go check it out. Didn't come until 3 o'clock in the morning, dude. I stayed maybe for 3 songs. I'm like, forget this. I'm done.
I'm done.
It wasn't that expensive, so we're like, whatever.
Did you hear at least the hot track he has there?
Yeah, it was fun. We just took pictures and walked around a little bit, but whatever. And people were leaving. Were like, this is garbage. Like, why did you come out so late?
Wow.
Golden Knights. We obviously went to that game. The arena is nice. Like, outside is really nice. It's kind of like the upper level is kind of like a horseshoe, so you can only go from one. Like once you get to one point, you have to go turn around and go all the way because you can't go behind there. There is a club there. It's called Club Hyde, which is also in the Staples Center. I think that's a thing they do. So you can actually. Lucky thing there was no event going on, so we were able to go into the club. It's really cool. Can't really see the ice that well from the club area. But it's still nice. There's a DJ up there, its own bar and all stuff. The bartender was really nice because they came up with this new...
It's a club in an arena. That's great.
They come up with this new vodka, and we're talking about it. It's like, oh, does it taste nice, blah, blah, blah. She just poured us free drinks. She's like, here, try it out.
Welcome to Vegas.
Welcome to Vegas, try it out. That was really cool. Now, this is the thing. I was talking to a ticket broker down there, and he was basically laughing at the Golden Knights.
Also known as a scalper.
Yeah, scalper.
Ticket vendor.
I know.
So what
Ticket broker.
Yeah, so what the Golden Knights did is they took over the aftermarket of tickets and stuff like that, and they iced all those guys out. Now he's laughing. He's like, these guys are stupid because when the team becomes garbage,
Yeah.
and he says, and they will, nobody's want to go to this team because all you hear on sports radio right now is, oh, the Golden Knights, this is great, this is fantastic, oh, we're a viable team. It's like when they become crap, and they will. Nobody's going to go, and they're going to come begging. Because right now, what he's trying to do is get every Raiders ticket he can.
Yeah.
Because he knows once the Raiders get there, NHL's going to be on the back page.
Yeah.
And no one's going to care. They think they have a foothold and they have their fan base. Talking to him, he's like, no, they're sadly mistaken.
Now, here's the thing, though. Mm-hmm. A Vegas ticket will be 10 times cheaper. Sorry, not a Vegas. Golden Knights ticket will be 10 times cheaper than a Raiders ticket. Also... Yes. When the Golden Knights go back to the scalpers and be like, here, you guys sell them again, they're not going to say no.
They're not.
They're just going to jump right back.
They're not.
So them taking over is actually smart for them.
But it's not going to be as hot as a ticket as they think it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Walking around the casinos, you can see some people wearing Golden Knights stuff. It's not like, again, when I hear talk radio, they make it seem like all of Vegas is all about Golden Knights. It's like, only when the game was going on, that's when I started seeing.
Most of Vegas isn't the casinos either, right? When you see the casinos, that's mostly tourists like yourself. They're not be wearing Golden Knights gear. Thing.
Went down to Palm Springs, very nice. The desert. Went down to San Diego. Also nice. Did a couple of hikes, a lot of food. Went to LA.
How was San Diego, man? I've always wanted to go there.
San Diego's very chill. We did a major hike. It was like 3 hours long hike. That's just one
That's not major.
No, it's one way.
That sounds amazing.
Then you call it Uber for the way home?
Yeah. Uphill. Like, uphill one way, and then downhill the other way. I thought about you, Smythe, on that thing. I was like, you would not have made it.
No, I did a 20-minute hike in Arizona, and I was like, disgusting. I hate this.
It was really... And then when you're finished the hike, there's like... You can check it out on my Instagram. It's called Potato Chip Rock, where it's like a really thin rock, and you climb out there. It's hard to climb up to that. But being the athlete I was like, up and down, no problem.
Excuse me?
Being the superstar I am.
I actually stood there for an hour and helping people get back up because it's hard to get up the rock.
This guy.
I was an athlete. Sorry, what did I say? I'm an athlete. San Diego, really chill. If you really close to the border, so
Yeah.
big Mexican influence there. A lot of Mexican restaurants, a lot of taco stands, a lot of stuff like that. LA, I like LA. Downtown LA, I like. But when you go to Beverly Hills, you can see the pretentiousness, the douchiness, all that kind of stuff. But downtown LA, it kind of reminds me of Toronto, but really hot. The funny thing about LA, everyone's climatized there. So it's 30 degrees plus. When I was there,
Sweaters.
people were wearing sweaters, suits, jackets. Doesn't matter. I'm sweating buckets. I'm like, I got to take off as much clothes as I can because I'm sweating buckets. They're completely fine. Not a drip of sweat or anything. They're completely climatized.
Yeah.
Couple things I noticed about California. They are for sure an LA Lakers state.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, whatever city you're in, you'll see somebody wearing LA Lakers hat, LA Lakers gear, or even a Dodgers hat.
No love for the Clippers?
Bro, no. Actually, I don't think I see anyone wearing Clippers gear.
I thought the Clippers were downtown, more like downtown LA.
No, they're in Staples Center.
They're in the same arena.
I know,
Same
but I'm
arena.
saying like LA, like all of.
Yeah, there is the Clippers. They're trying to get a foothold outside of LA,
Right?
Like in the suburbs. That's where they're trying to get a
Right.
foothold.
But LeBron James.
LA, they like the Rams now. The Chargers are definitely going to be that second team. Everywhere I go, they were cheering for Chargers. They were cheering for touchdown. They were cheering for the Rams. Also went to the Raptors game when they played LA. That was our last night there. That was a good game because there was a molly whooping they put on the
Molly
Raptors. LA fans are pretty good.
Without Kawhi.
Yeah, without Kawhi. And seeing LeBron up and close again. I'd probably see LeBron. I can't even count how many times I've seen LeBron live, but yeah, we'll get that into our basketball segment. But yeah, the way he plays.
Well, Nash is back, so we have a weekly LeBron segment.
LeBron conversation.
I do not talk about LeBron every week. I do not do
I feel
that.
like we avoided LeBron the entire time you were.
I avoid LeBron every time I'm here. So that was basically California. There's a lot more stories which we'll get into, like obviously off the air, but I don't want to bore everyone with my fantastic vacation. Now you have to come back to this weather.
Fantastic
So
vacation.
did anything good happen?
Lots of things good. Lots of things.
Give us the
happen.
craziest thing that happened that you can
Craziest thing that
say on
happened.
here, other than getting free hotels and
That might have
watching
been-
a game.
that might have
out.
been the best thing.
That might have been the best thing.
Yeah.
So when we got the free hotel, another thing that happened is when we got because we have a friend that does tickets, so we got it through here. So the tickets to the Golden Knights were $200 total for the whole thing. My partner now, we got tickets and she sat down at a coin slot. 2 pulls. What did she win? $200. So we basically got that for free.
You guys were killing it.
Vegas.
And when we're in Vegas, we would do something, sit down at the coin slot, pull, $100.
Get it back.
Got that for free.
Coin slot.
Yeah.
What do you call this? I can't remember. What do you call it? Slot machines. Excuse me.
Coin slot.
Slot
Sorry,
machine,
slot
whatever.
machines.
It's like olden days over here. I just put another coin in the coin slot.
Coin slot.
So that was great. Yeah, how'd you guys fare without me? Did you miss me?
Man, we had a great time.
That the show there with Swellen and Benson. That
Yeah,
was a good show.
yeah, they killed it, man. They
Yeah,
were really good. They were
pretty
like
fun.
naturals.
They could not pick football.
I've been-
for lives.
Oh,
Oh,
this,
says you.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, says you. You are in no ground to trash talk anyone.
I've already started talking to both of them about like future podcasts.
Nice.
I have one idea with Swellen I was talking to her about, so might do that one. Yeah, that was a great episode.
Finder's fee, guys.
Yeah,
Right?
that was great.
And then last week or the other week we had DeFeo in here.
Yeah.
That was a
DeFeo was
typical-
here.
Again, DeFeo
We
again.
were hyping up Horseplay coming back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
You know what? You know what's fantastic? So we hype up their podcast and stuff, Smythe.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, Horseplay's coming back. Horseplay's there. DeFeo's here. Yeah, Horseplay. We say it. Even on Instagram, it's there. Horseplay. They mention, you know how they mention us? The other podcast. Don't even say our names, Smythe. Don't even say our names.
No, man.
It's the other podcast that Wells
Jealousy hurts, man. Jealousy's a big thing. out there,
Jealousy.
and-
I'm on both podcasts.
I know.
does. You
Jealousy.
can say our name, Wells. You can at least do that. Just
Jealousy-
say our name.
It hits hard, jealousy. It's hard.
We got a tight window to record, so you know we want to try
You
and
can
keep
say our name, though.
We brought Horseplay back from the ashes. We could have let it die, Nash. We could have let it die. We kept the faith, and they came back
From the
and
ashes.
the thanks we get.
The other podcast.
The thanks we get.
Him downstairs.
Okay. Recommend words?
Yeah, I guess Andrew recommends one. You got one?
I'm excited.
So
I have 2 recommends. One
Shoot.
more.
Yep.
First recommend. Muse is back. Muse has a
Muse
new,
is back.
They have a new album.
I saw that. I didn't download it yet.
Oh,
'cause
my
there's a bunch of albums that came out.
Oh, we're gonna play it too.
What?
No, I'm joking.
That was REM.
Yeah, Simulation Theory, new album by Muse.
I do like Muse. I'm a fan of Muse. So.
The last 2 albums they brought out were trash.
Yo,
I'll almost
I haven't
say the
listened
last
to
3.
a new Muse album since 2008.
Thank you.
Really?
Yes.
Since what? Absolution?
I can't remember the last album. The last one I
Absolution was
downloaded,
the
I found
last.
it, but I don't remember which one it was. The last one I downloaded, I liked it, but I don't remember which one it was.
Clones.
Anyway,
Anyway, this new album goes back to the roots. Got a bit of 80s feel in it. I think they took a little bit of the last couple of Marvel movies like Ragnarok and Guardians 2. That
retro
kind of,
outwave.
yeah. They did a lot of those sounds, but then they did a remaster of all the songs with these crazy like remixes. It's a fantastic album. I recommend everybody watches it or listens to it. Watch it. It's a visual album. Second, Showtime. Jim Carrey. Kidding. Have you guys even heard of this?
Yeah, I've
yes, I
heard
heard
of
of it. I never looked at
It is fantastic.
Is it?
Oh man, it's like, remember Death to Smoochie?
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of takes that. Jeff Pickles. He's everyone's favorite childhood. Whatever, everyone grew up listening to him. People won't steal his car. People won't do him wrong. He's Mr. Pickles, but he's an absolute mess. It is a fantastic, and Jim Carrey playing the part just makes it all the better.
It's a TV show, right?
Yeah, Showtime.
Showtime?
So it's you wouldn't even see it basically if you didn't scroll down.
It's been.
I have
it's
Crave
been
TV. That's where I saw it.
Yeah. So
Shout out to Crave TV.
I do have Crave, and I never look at it once.
Great.
But anyway,
I just don't use it.
Mr. Big Shot over here.
There we go.
you want to get that, Wills?
What?
Your phone just went off.
What are you talking about, man?
You didn't hear it.
I'm focused right now. Not my fault people like me.
Oh man.
Anyway, so those are your 2 recommends you got to warn?
Yeah. My warrant of the week. I know I recommended Red Dead Redemption, but my warrant of the week is don't get too caught up in Red Dead. It's a very long game. I don't know if there's enough time.
So I do play. Maybe every 2 days I'll just pop it in and just play a little bit. Now, Wells said something that I was like, I had to step back. I'm like, really? It might be the. You say it might be, or you said it is the greatest game?
It is.
I
It is
think
the
it
best
is.
effort in a video game I've ever seen.
I think
easily,
it is
by far.
the most. It's the best achievement in a video game ever.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, that's different than what you said. Okay,
Best,
maybe.
well,
Okay.
best game ever.
Okay.
Creation.
No. What saying achievement and saying the best game ever? That's two
because you
different.
can't. I would never
Two
compare it
things.
to say like NBA 2K18 because it's a sports game.
No,
I
sports
could play
game.
the death of it. For a game that has a story, it might be the most complete game I've ever played. The story is amazing. The fact like you could do anything you want in that game besides aim straight, but
They went beyond
and time travel. Or,
Yeah,
sorry, and travel fast.
It is virtually like the crowning achievement in video games, I think, as well.
And it looks amazing.
Yep.
It sounds amazing. The attention to detail is insane.
Have any of you guys played God of War, the new one?
Yeah,
No.
Have you played it?
I played it. It's not close. It's a good game, and it's good.
The reason I'm asking
Isn't
that
God of War? God of War's not even sandbox, right? Is it
I don't
I
know.
don't know what that means, bro.
sandbox?
Yeah.
Like open world?
Oh yeah, it's open world, but not in the same way. No, it's
Can't go to a shop in God
No,
of
it's
War.
not open world.
No.
God of War's not open world.
Yeah, you run and do what you want.
No. It's linear.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it
what I'm saying.
level 1?
Yeah, it's linear. It's not
Is it
open
level
world.
1, level 2, level 3?
Yeah, but the way it goes is there's no. The way it is, there's. I heard. I never played it. There's no pause.
what?
No. I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
Oh no.
There's no pause in it. Like
Yeah,
once
it's
you
not.
beat-
It's not.
Once
open
you beat a
this.
level, it just continues. Like
Yeah,
there's no stop.
No,
and
Red
all
Dead,
those-
you go at your own pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's pauses and stuff like that in Red Dead. But you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
So what's the warning?
So like I'm warning, like don't get too
Don't
caught
get
up
too
in it.
in it.
Like I played 2 hours of poker the other night on Red Dead, and you literally just go to a table and sit down, and you play, and it's poker, and they just built poker into the game.
Yeah.
And then I went and they built dominoes into the game, and
Yeah,
you
I
just
saw
sit
that.
down
I
and
never
just play.
played it yet.
You can just sit down with people and play dominoes, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is mind blowing. The other day, I was messing around and some guy like shot. So I shot him. I put his body on my horse, drove in town. I dropped it in the middle of town. Everybody got scared. And everyone who saw me commit the crime, I had to go kill him. It takes hours. And it accomplishes nothing in the game.
You're trying to like...
Yeah. So I'm 26.
Cover your ass.
So I'm 26.
I still have guys hunting me, and it annoys me so much.
Right? I'm 26% done the game. I can't go to 3 different towns. I killed 100 people in them.
So pay your bounty.
The bounty's like $400.
So make some money.
Better use it.
Rob some banks.
I'm just saying, you got just be linear and go through the mission.
Well, that's how you get rid of it. You have to pay a bounty.
Yeah, you got to pay at the post office.
You go to the post office.
You pay all your bounties at one time.
Okay.
But the bounties are so high, I can't afford to pay them.
No, I'm going to pay my bounty. I didn't know that.
I'm
not going to pay my bounty.
You're just running around, people shooting at you, you don't know what to happen.
I had to go kill them. It was like,
all I'm saying is that online starts in a couple of weeks. Get the story done. Just go and get it done. Don't stop.
You know there's people already got it done.
If you stop looking around and do stuff, you're going to get caught up forever.
Very close.
Wow.
There's only 6 chapters. I'm on chapter 6.
Okay. Oh, wow. I don't think 13% done.
62.1%.
I just started chapter 4. And I'm gonna fight through it as fast as I can.
I think I'm still in chapter 2.
Then I'll go back and I'll do other stuff. Because you can stop doing stuff forever in that game. So that's my warn.
Alright. That's your warn. You got to recommend Warren to what else?
No warn, but I got 2 recommends.
Warns are hard.
I just want negativity on the show.
That's it.
Yeah. First recommend, like you said earlier, it's winter now, or like it's cold weather. So one of my favorite beverages of the winter is my choice right now is Guinness. So I recommend Guinness.
Wow, that is a plug.
I cannot get into Guinness.
That's fine. It's not for everyone, man. And we're not sponsored by Guinness or anything like that. So it is what it is. And my other recommend is the Horseplay podcast.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Sorry, the other podcast. Yeah, his recommend is the other podcast.
We no longer say that anymore.
Horseplay's back, man. Horseplay's back the last 2 weeks. We're doing it every Monday night now. So
that's a good time slot.
It is.
Did you get all your swearings out?
Did you hear the first episode?
I listened, dude.
Yeah, I got it out.
right off the hop.
It's like the purge of podcasts. I don't swear on here, so I swear on there.
Right off the hop, they just started swearing. He's like, thank God, because we couldn't do it on the other podcast.
Wow.
Well, I didn't want to. Anyways, that's my recommended warns.
And they take shots at me without saying my name. So
I know.
That's another thing, too.
It could be anyone. How do you know it's you?
Yeah.
Guilty conscience.
I recommend Dazed and Confused. Finally got around to watching that. Dazed and Confused is one of those movies I'm like, it's probably touted as one of the better movies ever made in the 90s. This is Matthew McConaughey's first movie, which I didn't know that. Before that, he had like a commercial.
Ben Affleck's first movie, too.
Oh, yeah. He was in that movie. Before that, he did...
You could have said Richard. It would have been better.
Yeah, probably. So Dazed and Confused is really good. That's one of those movies I'm like, when I watch it, I'm like, why did it take me so long to watch this movie?
Yeah, like Old Boy.
Yeah.
Still haven't watched
that. I popped it in last night, but it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like,
popped it in.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it at 2 o'clock in the morning because it's obviously you can't watch it dubbed. You got to watch it with the subtitles.
No, don't watch it dubbed.
No,
you
I'm
have to have subtitles.
No,
come on, man.
No, I'm gonna watch subtitles. I'm not gonna watch it dubbed. I'm not. So Dazed and Confused, really good movie. I haven't watched it. Definitely watch it. My warn. I don't think it's gonna upset anybody in this room, but film buffs, they're gonna probably get mad at me. Citizen Kane. I've watched it 3 times now in the last year. Just trying to get at the time.
That's 3 times more than you should. That movie's boring, dude.
So you've seen it. You have seen it.
I saw it once. I'm like, is this done yet? Can you rosebud me so I get the hell out of here?
At the time, this is like my argument when I bring up Bill Russell as far as bringing up greatest basketball players of all time. No. Hear me out.
I like where this is going.
Yeah, hear me out. Because when Bill Russell played, what he was doing was mind-boggling to people. It was like he invented fast breaks, the way he played defense.
Is that a dunk?
Dunks. When people dunked, it's like you can't do that. Blocks. People did not like blocks. Like people got mad at him when he actually blocked.
He's smacking the ball to the air when I'm shooting, and I don't like that.
He was the first one to do outlets. Like he was like, I grab the rebounds, you guys just start running. He was the first one to do that. Like when he was, and same thing with Citizen Kane. Everything he was doing at that time was mind-boggling because there was a shot where it goes through the window.
Shout out to great uncle Orson.
Yeah, Orson Welles. There's a shot where it goes through the window. Before that was mind-boggling. It's like, how the hell did he do that? That one shot going through a window. Yeah. There's another shot where it goes down. Like, the story is good. It's long. It's dated. A lot of people have it number one.
It's long, but it's like 60 minutes. No,
it's
you can't call it dated when it came out. It can't be.
Well, compared to now, like there's some movies. There's some movies you can watch now, like 12 Angry Men. It doesn't feel dated. I can watch that right now.
No, that's a good point. That's a good analogy.
It's good. It's still good. Terminator, the first Terminator, you can watch that now, and so it's good. I can still watch that.
Yeah.
Well, some of the effects are kind of I see what you're saying.
Some of the effects are bad now, obviously.
Citizen Kane, I can't.
Can't wrap yourself around it.
The reason I watch it 3 times is because I want to make sure what I'm like. It's dated. And
I can't get you to watch Oldboy once, but you can watch Citizen
Kane
gosh darn Kane 3 times.
I am going to watch Oldboy. The thing is, on my IMDb top 100, I have watched all the movies around it. Because I think it's 67.
It's on there?
Yeah.
Oh, good for Oldboy.
It's 67 on the top IMDb. I have watched all the movies around it, and I still haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it. You know I am. This hurts his feelings that I haven't watched it.
You've been saying that's the start of the season.
Oh, usually I say something and
I watch it right away.
Yeah, because I don't really recommend that much.
Yeah, I watch it right away. But Citizen Kane, I'm not putting it in. I don't even know if it's in my top 50.
50?
I don't
67 on IMDb.
Yeah.
So
if I had a top 600, I don't even know if it'd make it.
Right?
Oh, Citizen Kane I think it's number 5 on that top IMDb. Mm-hmm. Oh. It's regarded as the best movie of all time.
Mm-hmm. Well,
that's what it's regarded as. I just can't do it. I can't do it. At the time, it was groundbreaking, like I said, but it's just I can't do it. Anyway, that's my one.
I'm not even sure if I watched it or not.
They've
you probably haven't watched it.
Never seen Deep Blue Sea.
I'm guaranteeing you haven't watched it. It's black and white.
Yeah, no.
I'm guaranteeing you haven't watched it.
And it's in Spanish.
Yeah. Absolutely. No chance.
I usually say once a movie if the movie is like past the 90s, there's a fair chance that it's my time to watch it.
Yeah.
Past as in like before.
Before
my time.
It was before the 90s.
It's got to be like.
No, but you like Back to the Future.
Scarface, great.
Scarface is horrible.
A movie?
Yes.
Wow. All right. Well,
Scarface is garbage.
Let's start talking about movies now.
Yeah, we're done.
Let's move on to sports, I guess.
Sports?
Yeah.
Scarface is garbage.
Sports.
I don't know, man. I don't agree with that either.
No, we can't. No, we can't even talk about.
You like Scarface?
We're done.
I can watch that movie anytime. I like that movie. Is it a technical achievement? No.
I'm not even talking about technical. The story it's stupid. It's dumb.
Really?
Okay.
It's the rise and fall of a drug lord, man.
You can get that in many, many other movies.
Yeah, you could. But like
Scarface doesn't make sense.
Sure it does.
It's manic. Like it's horrible.
Wow. All right. Well.
Okay. We might have here you go. You want to have an episode to fill later on in the year? We'll do a Scarface episode.
Yeah, maybe we can watch that. Maybe we can watch Scarface and I'll just rip it up and down. All right, so sports. So week 10 in football. So we're NFL.
There is CFL too.
Yes. There's actually and the Legendary League. Women do have a league, Smythe.
Yes, they do.
Good for them.
Yeah. No, and 3 podcasts ago, he said women don't have a football league, but they do have a football league.
The lingerie football league?
It's not lingerie football league. It's called Legendary.
Oh, they changed the name. Are they still wearing lingerie though?
They're still wearing skimpy outfits, yes, but if you do watch them, they're trying to legitimize it. But they do have.
If they still wear bras with shoulder pads, it's not legitimate. Let's just
they're trying to legitimize it. That's
so it's bikini tops.
Yeah.
Okay.
The sex appeal is still up front, but they're trying to legitimize it. But anyway,
all right.
Women do have a league. All right, so back to the NFL. Pats beat the. Steelers beat the Panthers.
Killed the Panthers.
Well, let's go.
What do you want me to say, man? This game happened a week ago. I forgot about it.
It was not great.
It was an absolute
shellac.
Yeah.
Panthers didn't show up. It was just.
Even if they did, like they couldn't hang. They couldn't hang with the Steelers.
They scored. They scored the first
52.
touchdown. They scored the first touchdown. And the last touchdown the Panthers did.
Yeah.
But in between, the Steelers scored 52.
No, dude. It was 14-7, 5 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, "There's no way the Panthers can keep up with this pace because they don't have the weapons.
They can't score like that.
No, they can score.
Now
with the Steelers, what weapons do they have other than McCaffrey, who's playing lights out?
McCaffrey played great that game.
Like, what are they gonna,
and Cam.
And Cam Newton, what's he gonna do, man? He's a ball hog, and he's a quarterback. Go figure. His job is to give the ball to other people, and he's still a ball hog.
But the question is, are the Steelers back now?
Steelers are back.
Steelers have been back from like a couple weeks ago.
They've won 5 in a row.
Yeah. Are they back now? That's
Just put it in context. Scarface got an 8.3 on IMDb.
Oh, that's bad?
No, that's good. So the IMDb set of scoring is saying that Scarface.
You're the
I
only
care
person
about
like it.
IMDb, man. IMDb
You
is
asked-
I'm
inflated.
just telling you that IMDb thinks it's a good movie. That's what
Anyone
I'm telling
else
you.
on God's green earth knows it's a good movie. It's just
It's
you.
not a good
You're alone.
I don't know anyone who doesn't like Scarface. But, like, I don't ask people to, hey, man, you like Scarface? But, like,
No, because it's so you assume. You say Scarface,
I don't
everyone's like,
assume.
oh, it's awesome.
Everyone's different, but, like, I've never heard anyone be like, oh, it's a...
Terrible movie.
Yeah, I've never heard
You
that.
can get that anywhere.
Pretty terrible. Anyway, sorry, back to football.
Jeez.
What were we saying?
Yeah.
Steelers are the best.
Steelers are back. That's
They're the best team.
Steelers are back.
now. Are we going to talk Le'Veon Bell now or later?
No, talk now.
What? Screw that guy.
Well, I'm saying now he's opted out. Connor has concussion problems. Are they like, what are we going
Does
to do
he?
right now? Yeah.
He can't play. Can Bell still play? He
No,
can't. He
Bell
can't
can't play.
He can't play. Okay.
Bell can't play, but Connor's had 2 concussions this year.
No, I was wondering if they can take him back at any time.
Connor
but
hasn't missed any games.
No,
Yeah, he has.
No, he hasn't, man.
he hasn't. He hasn't missed one game.
He's knocked out of games.
Yeah, when they're up by 30 and they take him out. He's fine, man.
So Le'Veon Bell, if you guys haven't known, I think it was the last Tuesday.
If you've been under a rock
if you've been under a rock,
or
Le'Veon
in
Bell
California.
like me, Le'Veon Bell had to report last Tuesday. He didn't.
By 4 o'clock.
So
He gone.
He's not going to get his $14 million. Now, his argument, yes, he lost the $14 million. He's never going to get that back. Now, his argument was he's trying to set a precedent for guys coming up behind him.
Yeah.
That we shouldn't be franchise tagged. And this, even though the franchise tag isn't as bad as NFL players make it out to
It's
be.
a 1-year payday.
It's a 1-year payday. Yes, they want the years because they want, to get paid for the longevity for the years. Like, we get paid $14 million this year, and then we get paid $25 million next year.
If they franchise
tag him again, which he still can get. Which I don't think he's done. I think he's done it in Steelers.
Kirk Cousin did it.
He got $35 million in his last franchise.
And then he signed 3 years at $82 million. He bet on himself, right? Now, the difference
And that's
is
the thing.
Le'Veon Bell is a sure shot. Kirk Cousin, we knew he was good, but we didn't know if he was able to play at an elite level multiple years in a row. I can assume.
Talking about Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, I can assume Le'Veon Bell, even if you tag next year, he's gonna be great. Year after that, he's gonna be great. He's
Are you sure?
the premier back in the league.
Is
Yeah,
he 27 years old?
yeah. He's not a guy. Even if he does fall off, what's the worst he can do?
Well,
800.
if there are some running backs that they can continue going and they still go. But Frank Gore's one of them.
Yeah, but how many Frank Gores are there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is Le'Veon Bell another Frank Gore? Will he still perform?
I don't
next
think he
year,
has
the
the
year?
body to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
If Le'Veon Bell is a beast,
Yeah, but he's not huge.
Even half Le'Veon Bell is what? 99, 100
You're not
yards
going
from
to pay.
scrimmage?
You're not going to pay half of Liam $25 million for half of Le'Veon Bell. You're not going to do that.
I'm not saying that. Well, I'm saying you're not paying $25 million anyways. I'm saying if you're Le'Veon Bell, because I think he's in the wrong here. When you go on strike, you don't make the money back. He went on strike. You never get the money back. So he's out $18 million this year.
15.
No, you give up 14. Every game is giving up how much money?
It's 15.
He missed.
$15
He didn't get paid
total.
anything.
$15 million total.
Yeah, he get paid
Whatever.
anything.
Okay, he got nothing this year.
Yes.
You'll never get that back. Next year, he'll make, if he even signs somewhere, he makes $12, $13 million for the rest of his career. That 15,
He's asking for more.
Yeah, the 15 he lost
He
year, he'll
wants
never get back.
longevity. He doesn't want 1 year paydays.
Yeah, but he'll get, he gets 5
because
years, $60 million.
his position is such a, like, you could blow your knee out
Yes.
and be done for your career.
Yeah.
And you'll never.
Now, yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying that's what that's all it comes down to.
Now,
Is it
players
Thomas?
hate the non-guaranteed contracts, and this is the stance he's taking. Now, you're saying he's in the wrong, but this is the stance he's saying. We want guaranteed contracts. This is the stance he's taking.
$15 million this year was guaranteed.
Yeah,
Yep. Colin Kaepernick did the
but
same thing.
he's saying he wants it
Talk
for
about
everyone.
Kaepernick has nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
man.
Kaepernick has
You take a stand and it costs you money. That's what Le'Veon Bell
It cost
did.
him his career.
Yeah. Well, Le'Veon Bell.
That's different.
Well, what if no one picks up Le'Veon Bell after this year?
But hang on, to say he's in the wrong is kind of wrong. Like, if he's taking a stand for the guys behind him.
That's what he says.
Get out of here, man. Like,
That's what he says.
I don't.
Well, if that's not true, then he would have reported. Then, right, Wells?
No?
Yes,
No.
he lost the
man,
money.
he has
he
his own
lost the
It
reasons.
money.
doesn't matter why he lost money. He can say whatever he wants. really.
He's no paving the way. Like, don't
Yeah.
fall
Okay,
for
then
that
why did he
either.
say it the whole year?
So everyone's not
I
going
don't
to
know
now
why,
be
man.
like,
Because he wanted to prove a
But
point.
that's the thing he said. Why did he say it the whole year then?
Because he's sour.
yeah, he just doesn't want to play.
So I'm just giving him $14 million, just like
Yeah.
that, just because I'm sour, or He's honest.
So what? He's like the sacrificial lamb for the next players coming up. And all give him a piece.
Do you think next year?
Do you think he cares about anyone else?
Do you think anyone else is going to decline the franchise tag next year?
Okay, hold on.
Wait. Sorry.
Hold on. For a guy, for someone who you're saying is going to set a precedent for the future of the players.
No, he said he wants to. Not he's going to.
And it's so about other people. It's kind of weird that he would throw his other teammates and not come and report to camp and play.
I don't like
because look, you can sit out for 10 weeks.
Well, is pro to you?
No, you can sit out for 10 weeks and then go play. You still proved your point. What, you sit out a whole year and like you're some messiah? Like, I don't get it. Like, why is I don't understand why, like,
because this speaks louder than just sitting out.
No, it doesn't, man.
It does.
10 weeks is loud. That's pretty loud.
I don't know if that's loud.
So, do you think that next year you're going to see a rise of players rejecting the franchise tag?
You can't reject it. You just don't report.
Yeah,
well, that's rejected.
You have no choice.
Yeah, that's
okay.
rejected.
Fine.
You just don't let, right? So you think?
Well, if you do, then maybe he's set a precedent. Maybe he's like, because I don't think he's hurting for money because I don't know how much money he's probably made. Quite a lot.
Oh, he was franchised last year too.
Yeah, he probably made quite a lot of money.
He's already done that. Yeah, he's already done that.
It's like Kaepernick. He's not hurting for money, but that $14 million he's never going to get back. Right? He's not hurting for money, so I'm pretty sure he's fine in that aspect, and he will get paid next year. Whatever.
Really?
Huh?
Really?
Well, someone's going to pay him something.
They can blackball.
They could.
If we're the NFL owners, I'm like, you know what? Just cut him from the league.
Or even players too.
We don't want
you saw
these
what
guys
happened
demanding
after he didn't
contracts.
report.
I didn't like the way
players were
Steelers
pissed,
did
man.
that.
Why, man? That's a.
I like this is okay. If it was you, Wells, and you wanted more money, I would support you 100%. I don't care about management. I would support. Yo, this guy's sitting out because he's standing on principle. You're my teammate. I'm supporting you 100% because your money is your life.
Here's my thing.
That's just me.
My thing is, you got linebackers and linemen that are playing for $250,000, $750,000, and the guy won't report for $15 million. I'd be so upset with that guy because I'm like, I'm playing for 10 times less that. I'm showing up every day,
and I'm doing all the hard work.
He's not doing it for me. I'm not getting
it
it
for other players.
I'm not getting a franchise. He's doing it for the other 30 players that the league says we'll give you $12 million.
Yeah.
So you don't sign you long term. So I'm the guy in the trenches. All these guys in the front.
I know.
He's playing in a league where his position is not
valued that much anymore.
But it's
not that it's not valued because it's a very valuable position.
He's also special.
But all the money is going to the quarterbacks
Or the receivers sometimes.
Sometimes receivers, quarterbacks. Depends on who
It
you
used
are.
to go to running backs.
And it's also going to now more people are paying for like tackles and guards, right? Because
your tackle's worth money.
But like you only have so much money you can allocate to the team. It's like not many running backs will get long-term contracts. Todd Gurley got his.
Yeah.
Should Le'Veon Bell got one? I agree. 100% I agree. He should get.
Younger though.
I know he's younger, but still, it's the same boat, right?
Yeah.
Like there's only gonna be so many. I'd say there's 5 running backs who will ever get long-term contracts.
He's special.
Yeah,
and he deserves.
Gurley has like 16 touchdowns already this year, right? Like
he's special. Le'Veon Bell deserves a long-term.
What's
contract.
his name on the Giants too?
He
hasn't got paid yet. Yeah,
well, he's still in his rookie contract.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get paid too.
But like I don't. Let's not get things wrong here. Like I think Le'Veon Bell deserves more than a 1-year contract, guaranteed.
Yes,
but like this is the job. This is what you signed up for when you know. No. This is what you signed up for when you went to school and then committed your life to this sport.
Now,
this is what you signed up for.
Does Pittsburgh
you know
win?
how the CBA works. Your peers agreed on this CBA and how things work.
It doesn't matter. You don't.
It does matter.
No, it doesn't. If you don't want to play off, play.
But
now,
wait. What you're seeing? I'll let you speak. Just hold that. What you're seeing right now is all the players as a whole. They're gearing up for the next CBA negotiation.
Sure.
They're trying to route. They're trying to shake everything up. Sorry, I cut you off, Smith. You were going to say something?
I'm saying now, does it make a point that the very next guy in line is putting up the same numbers as Le'Veon Bell? So giving you a long-term contract isn't really in the best interest?
I think the Steelers are done with him. I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, there's no point.
I just going to sign somewhere else.
Yeah.
We're going to get franchised again, so you go through the same ordeal?
I think they can still trade him, though.
No, they can't. He's done.
No,
He's done?
Can't play this.
No, the trading
I
deadline
heard
was
something that
3 years ago.
I heard
3 weeks ago.
I heard something about they can. Whatever. I'm not even sure about all these rules, but I heard somewhere that they can trade him and something like that. Anyway, they do have the option of trading him somehow.
Well, they could franchise take him again and then trade him.
Okay, I think that's what it was.
Is he still in the contract technically? Because he didn't report.
I don't know, man.
I don't know
Because they didn't pay him. I feel like he's a free agent.
I don't understand these rules, to be honest with you. Fully, I don't understand it fully. Anything else in the NFL that you guys want to touch on? It wasn't that exciting a week.
No, these middle weeks, the bye weeks are kind of lame.
Titans beat Pats.
They sure did.
You called that one.
I did.
I give you that.
Any coach who has some sort of tie to the Patriots.
You're all about revenge games.
Yeah, revenge games are huge, guys.
All about revenge games. No, sound last night.
Buffalo beat the Jets.
Surprise.
That probably woke a lot of people.
I don't understand, man. I don't get
can you
NFL.
name anyone who picked the Bills?
No
to win
one.
that game?
No one.
Now, the Bills scored a top 5 defense in the NFL.
Oh, because there's nothing else on that
They
team.
can't score with a damn though, except for last game when they dropped 41.
Dude,
Matt Barkley came in and took
know.
the starting job.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's
but
wild.
the Bills scored a top 5 defense. So I don't know if whatever it means to you guys, they're going to win games against other horrible teams.
Mm-hmm.
Just based on
They
that
have
alone.
2 blowout wins on the road. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Dallas beat Eagles. I didn't like that game at all.
I didn't watch that game.
But there's still time for the Cowboys to come back and take
That
the
was
division.
the Sunday nighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't. It was.
I was too busy chasing people in Red Dead.
Anything else? Bears beat Detroit. Nah, it really was an exciting week. All right, so this topic of this week, as far as the NFL is concerned, I'm going to think of, we're going to go 2 teams each that we're just going to say, in your mind, they're done, they're written off. We're going to try not to repeat these. That's why you guys asked me for 4 teams. So we're going to try not to repeat these ones. Do you want to start us off, Willis?
Sure.
A team that you're going to write off, they're not going to make playoffs.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars. I had them on my list.
They've lost 5 in a row.
Yep.
They're
What happened to them?
when we were doing our predictions, do you have our predictions from the start of this year?
Super Bowl,
I think I had them
they
being
were
in the
everyone's
AFC
Super Bowl.
Championship again.
I do.
But this happens, man. Like it's like the Patriots, and then every year there's one AFC team who comes through, and then the next year like, oh, this is gonna be the year that they like, and then they just
They regress.
happened to Oakland 2 years ago. This is Jacksonville this time. Like I don't get it, man. Like I don't know where it went wrong. They didn't really like lose anyone.
Nope. They lost their top receiver again.
Yeah, but like
That's
they
2
did
years in a
last
row.
year,
Yeah,
and then
it's
they
2
just
years in a
like
row.
cycled people in.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's a lot of Jaguars Rams.
Wells,
Yeah.
you did not have the Jaguars in the playoffs.
Oh, what's up? Yo, you know what I'm saying? This is just like obvious that this was gonna happen this year. Are you sure?
The only
Are you sure
one of
that's
the
not this year? Oh no, it is this year.
No, the only one of the 2 that didn't have the Jaguars. Me and Will Smythe both had them winning the division.
Huh.
And you were the only one that didn't have them. You
Who
had
did I have
the Texans.
Oh, guys.
Look at you, just.
And I think the Texans are leading it.
They are
right now.
definitely leading, not you think.
I also had the Giants.
Nostradamus over
Yeah,
here.
I also had the Giants winning the
Yes, I do
division.
remember that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, Jaguars, I don't know. And Bortles, I guess, turned to Bortles.
This is it. That's it. This is it.
Yeah,
This is
it's,
it. He's
it's
done.
bad, man.
His defense is still pretty good.
Not really.
No?
No,
They gave up.
they stink, man.
Weird. Because at the beginning of the season, I remember calling them, this is going to be the next generation.
Now
of
they
defense.
just got Fournette back last week.
And he had a
But
good
they
game last
still,
week.
yeah, he had 2 touchdowns, only like 60 yards. But like, they
Sorry, it's going to just flip back and forth.
did like 3 times the same page.
Gotta flip back and forth.
Anyways, yeah, Jaguars. Like that's all I got. I mean, no, I have 3 other teams, but I was only.
Smythe, who do you got? You got one?
Oakland Raiders, man.
That's an easy
That's
one,
easy.
man.
I took the easy one. Now, here's why though. Here's my biggest problem. They took the prime of Carr's career basically to rebuild this team, so they're going to waste his best years. Now, the problem with a lot of teams we're going to talk about right now is they need solidarity at quarterback. I think Carr's worth the 2nd round pick. I think it was the offseason they moved.
Second round pick?
Yeah, not a first. Not a first.
I don't know if he's worth that.
I know, but you're going to get a 2nd for a decent quarterback, and I think he's a decent quarterback. I think there's still time for him to win this league. The Raiders, though, like
My only beef is what evidence do you have to say that?
he had a great year. He got hurt.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah,
he got hurt.
Then he got hurt.
That's it, man.
And now
That was-
he only had 1 year.
He had
with
his chance. No, he had his chance to come back, and he's had 2 years now to show that.
That was 2 years ago. That's what I'm saying. It was 2 years ago.
He done.
No, last year he didn't have a
No.
great year.
No, and this year he hasn't either.
No,
This
but
year-
this year they blew up the team. What do you want from the guy?
I guess.
Marshawn Lynch, way past his prime. He's your prime running back. You traded Khalil Mack. Now you trade Amari Cooper.
My only thing about this when Gruden came in there, I think he saw this. He's tearing the team apart. Everyone's like, fire Gruden. I'm like, man, you got to give him time. But anyway,
Well, you got 10 years to give him
He's
time.
rebuilding the team. That's what I'm
He's
saying.
rebuilding the team, yeah.
He's building from scratch. He's doing what Jeter did in Miami.
Yeah, they're rebuilding through Carr's prime years.
all right. The team I got is the Eagles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Everyone's been waiting, including us. Everyone's been waiting. Oh, they're going to come back to form. They don't look good. They just lost to Dallas. Like they're not getting back to where they were, and they lost a couple coordinators. I think that's very underrated. And that happens to Super Bowl.
That's what happens to teams who win. They lose all their coordinators.
You saw it happened to the Falcons too as well. They lost their offensive coordinator and they couldn't get it back. They're not making the playoffs. They're not making the playoffs. And I think a lot of us had them winning that division.
No, I didn't.
No one did.
I think I did. I did.
You did.
Oh yeah, you didn't.
You definitely didn't.
I know. We already went over it, guys.
Yeah. You guys both went in the wild card though.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Yeah, but they're not making the playoffs. They're not.
I think they're 2 games away from being fine.
But
they're not.
This season, have they shown you that they can be fine?
No.
Every week, someone's like, "Oh, this is the week. This is the week," and every week it's like
they still got 4 games against the division. Like,
they're all winnable. To be honest,
that division's wide open.
Yeah, this is one of those like.
Is it?
Yeah. Not
is
yet.
it?
Yeah.
Or is it 3? Is it 3 bad teams with 1 mediocre team?
I think the Ravens are all right.
That's
Sorry, the R words.
That's what I'm saying. They're mediocre.
My bad, guys.
Yeah, they're mediocre.
You gotta bleep that one out.
That one at least. Sorry, so I got the Eagles. Well, so you got another one?
Stop holding that up.
No, because I got to go back and forth. Sorry, guys. Pay no attention. Pay no attention to man behind the curtain.
I got another one?
Yeah, one more.
I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions. They were 500, and then they've lost 3 in a row. And, they've had winnable games, but they're just... That division is crowded, but...
They did look good in the beginning. They did. But,
they were 500 up until, and they lost 3 in a row. So, new head coach this year, and new running back. Stafford's been awful this year. So, I think they're going to go on the up next year. I think they'll be more of a contender, but they can't keep up with...
You think so?
Yeah.
I think that's been said about Detroit Lions every year.
Yeah, well, they had 1 year.
Yeah, but every year it's like, oh, wait, okay, they'll come back next year.
They're in an
and they never do it.
tough division. So
it's not really that insane.
You're playing 6 very hard games.
Minnesota's kind of like, eh.
Are they? The record's all right.
I thought they'd be better.
Everyone thought they were better. Everyone thought they would win that division. Now the Bears will come on just with their defense and stuff like that, but the division's okay. I guess okay, and they still got the Packers in that division.
Yeah.
You got another team, Smith?
Tampa Bay Bucks.
You're just picking the worst teams in order.
You just go to the bottom divisions and just pick them?
I'm just saying what teams I'm writing off right away, man. Like, if you want me to pick another one, I think the Falcons are done too. But
yeah,
I hate quarterback controversies. If you want to talk Falcons,
yeah, Falcons. I think losing to the Browns, that might have been their dagger.
They're finished.
The coordinator situation is a big deal. They're also like Devontae Freeman's out. They don't Julio and Ridley's the young guy.
Calvin Ridley.
That they're just throwing to now constantly. Like, I feel like Matt Ryan doesn't understand the concept of having multiple weapons. Like how is Julio going to have a touchdown in 8 weeks? It doesn't make any sense to me. You got like spectacular number ones. You have 2 number 1 receivers on this team, right? And who's the other guy? Who's the slot guy? That's one of the best slot guys in the league.
Mohamed Sanu.
Yeah, Sanu's and you can't share the ball to the point where they can shut your offense down. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I think Matt Ryan is the problem. I think
Matt Ryan's the problem?
I think he needs someone to call plays for him. I don't think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't think he's a guy that can go.
Well, it's not really Matt Ryan.
So
it's not really Matt Ryan's. It's his staff. Then.
Here's the thing: the Falcons are only 1 game out of the last wild card spot.
Yep.
So it's hard to write them off. But when you go into Cleveland and you lose,
they're 4-5 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
the Packers are ahead of them because of the
tie.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a loss.
My team, I had 2, but I'm gonna go with the juicier one, the Ravens.
No, that's not juicy at all.
Well, they're close. They're really close. Playing, it's what they lost 3 in a row now. I think it was.
Who?
The Ravens. I think they lost 3 in a row.
Yes.
I think.
Remember how they missed the playoffs last year?
I had them winning the division this year. That's why I think it's a little bit juicy. Now they're gonna get a couple wins. Like this week is gonna be very important because they're playing the Bengals right now. This week. This week's gonna be very important. Even if they win, they're still not gonna win out. And I don't know what's going. Harbaugh, this might be his last year.
He never plays bad enough to get fired.
Flacco, we all know. I thought they were supposed to move on from him this year.
How can you, man? They're still paying him.
Yeah, I know. So,
I don't know, man. I still think, I know the segment's probably donezo, but I got two other teams who I think are fakers, are the Bengals and the Dolphins. So I know the Bengals have a spot right now, but they are over 500 and have a minus 53 point differential.
So I think it's either going to be the Ravens or the Bengals that's going to get that spot.
Now,
and I think the Bengals will get that spot.
The Dolphins are 5-5, and they have a minus 57 point differential.
Another team I have is the Green Bay Packers too. They're done. They're not making playoffs.
Of course they're done.
They're in a playoff spot right now.
They're not going to make playoffs.
But how can you say they're done when they're in a playoff spot?
I bet you.
Although I just said the Bengals are
That's
done.
what this segment's all about. Yeah, come on.
That's what this segment's all about. I bet you they're not going to make playoffs. All right. So
now with the Bengals, they're going to have to miss a playoff spot because the second that division's a lock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be between. That's what I said. It's either going to be the Ravens or the Bengals, and I think the Bengals are going to get it.
Well, not a wild card spot.
Yeah, the Ravens and the Bengals are going to get that wild card spot. It's going to be one of the two.
I have Tennessee. I think Tennessee. If the season, if I could guess again, I'd pick
Tennessee or Houston.
Yeah. Well, Houston's got the division. I guess only by the game.
Oh, I see what you guys are talking about. That division might only get
because one wild card.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Well, because one of the Chargers or the Chiefs will get a wild card because they're.
I think it's Chargers.
Right now it's Chargers, but one of those teams.
It's only a game.
Yeah.
Well, they still play each other one more time. But of those two teams, one of them's going to get a wild card spot, and then there's really only one more spot left for the rest of the league.
That wild card spot's going to be deadly. If it's the Chiefs or the Chargers get that wild card spot, nobody's going to want to play.
Nobody want to play because it might be the Patriots.
And they do not want to play any of those teams.
Yeah. All
right. Any other honorable mentions you got, Smith?
No,
you're just going to go to the bottom of the division anyway.
Well, my other pick was the Broncos, and I'm like, Case Keenum does suck. He is what we thought he was. He had a good year, and he got paid. I'm proud of him.
So,
shout outs to Case Keenum.
Week 10, we went. So Wells won that week.
This is recording. not
3-2. I went 2-3, and Smythe.
Oh, man. This is great, guys.
And Smythe, who's been talking the most. Like, he's saying, I'm going to start running away with this, and I'm going to start dominating, blah, blah, blah. 0-5.
That is... To do that
with no spread.
Yeah.
To go
no
0-5.
Spread, you just got to pick a team to win. This guy went 0-5. That is unheard of.
That's impressive.
Shame this
I would like to make a excuse.
And on the year... Oh, sorry. So, let me go on the year. On the year... I'm 29-21. Wells, you are 31-19.
Oh,
31-19, excuse me. And Smythe, you are 27-23.
Oh man, 2-game lead into the home stretch.
Just getting crashed. Now,
1-3
in my
time
defense,
zone games for Smythe.
In my defense, we did not have a show last week.
Oh come on!
So when you guys asked to make the picks, I was just on my phone. I made them as quickly as possible.
Is that what you do every week?
No.
Yes, it is.
Usually we sit here together and we talk about the games and we make our picks. But this last week, I just grabbed and picked a bunch of teams.
Are you hearing this? Hearing this?
It did not go well, and
obviously,
yeah. And,
I think, and I'll have to go back. I think this is the first 0-5.
This might be the first, and only 0-5. I can't imagine anyone ever doing this again.
Before we got on the air, this guy, or were we on the air? When you, you're dogging the girls for their picks. They at least got one right.
At least one. That's so easy.
It was a hard week in the house this morning. It was a hard week.
Not really.
Yeah.
All right. So
and this guy's laughing at you, and he was 2-3.
I know.
He's like laughing.
It's like you guys had good weeks.
2-3's. I think that's kind of average.
No, it's below average.
Below average.
Okay, you're right. Technically, you guys are right. All right. So this week 11. So we got Bengals at Ravens. There is no line for this one right now because the Ravens don't know who they're going to be quarterbacking, which is probably going to be Flacco.
It might be Wells. It might be Wells. Who do you got for this one, Wells?
I don't know, man. This is tough because we don't know who's the quarterback. But regardless, I still think Baltimore is going to win because Cincinnati is a joke team. Cincinnati just hired.
You hate Cincinnati. You've been saying it from the beginning. You have been saying it from the beginning.
I hate Baltimore even more.
Yeah,
but at least Baltimore, they put up a competitive game. Cincinnati, oh man, they are like the joke. I don't know how to explain it. They just fold every time there's pressure on them. They fold. They haven't won a playoff game with Andy Dalton as a quarterback. Marvin Lewis, for some reason, is still the head coach on that team.
15 years now?
Yeah, like he's never done. He's like he was Dwayne Casey 7 years ago, and he's still on the team. Like he could never get past certain things. Anyways, the team's a joke. I'll never ever bet on them or bet against or bet for them. I don't care who. Baltimore could put in Trent Dilfer and they'll still win.
All right, well.
My pick is Baltimore.
You're alone. You're alone on that.
Alone on what?
I think Cincinnati's going to crush them.
Well,
Crush them?
Great. I feel better about my pick now.
Yeah.
Based on last week.
Yeah. Since he got embarrassed
They sure did.
last week
They're exposed.
there's
no AJ Green.
They got exposed by a fantastic team, by the way. No AJ
I'll give
Green,
you that, but they still suck.
Baltimore's going to either play a hurt quarterback or a backup quarterback. It just doesn't work out
Do you
well.
know who that backup is?
Who is it?
No, do you?
No, I don't.
Because it ain't no ordinary backup.
Who is it?
A man by the name of Robert Griffin III.
Oh, you're talking about the Ravens. I thought you were talking about the Bengals.
RG3 is going to come in
Who's a rookie?
for the Ravens.
Lamar Jackson.
He's also not playing.
No, you don't know yet.
Well, they said Lamar Jackson
But even if
is definitely not playing.
RG3 is going to
Has
come
he been
in.
played this year?
No.
Yeah.
He didn't play last year.
Why?
Who?
I don't understand. Why?
RG3?
Oh, sorry.
Why?
He's going to cook up the Bengals.
Okay, see, come on, bro. You hate the Bengals that much. Anyway, I got
I
Cincinnati.
hate the Ravens even more. But
No,
the
but
Ravens.
you really have been saying you've really like even when they were great, you were like, nope, this is gonna fail.
I mean,
and
he's
kinda-
right.
He's right.
Yeah,
You were right.
But there's no way Baltimore. If Flacco doesn't play, definitely there's no way they're going to.
Oh, no way, guys. You heard it here first. No way.
I got the Ravens.
Oh man. Come on.
Texans at Washington. Who do you got, Smythe?
Can't go against Houston right now, man.
Kind of tear, man.
They're playing inspired, and it just looks like Watson got his footing back, and now he's back to what he was doing last year, and that team's behind 100%. It's gonna be hard for me to pick anyone to beat them the way they're playing right now.
Texans is a spot I would think that Bell should go to. Le'Veon Bell next year should go to the Texans.
No, they have Donta Foreman in the waitings. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, but
I thought he was gonna go to the Eagles, but
Me too.
that or Green Bay, but they would have to move heaven and earth together.
Green Bay's fine. They got Aaron Jones.
We got this one. Who else? Texans at Washington.
Texans. They're coming off a bye week.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of the hottest teams now. Their wins aren't the prettiest, but they're rolling, man. They're doing well.
When Washington gets a lead, they've been all year. They haven't lost.
And they have a healthy
does that?
JJ Watt.
Yeah.
Right? Like
When's the last
time we heard JJ Watt's name announced in a lineup this late in the year?
Yep.
I don't think Alex Smith has a turnover this year. I don't think.
Yes, he does.
Does he? That's probably impossible. I was trying.
Also, their O line is battered.
Yeah.
So
They're playing without three of their starters.
Yeah. If they're down, they're gonna get pass rushed to hell. Like
Yeah.
They're gonna get
Alex
pass
Smith,
rushed
Texans,
anyway.
You guys said it.
no, but like when they're down, you have to pass. Like
Yeah.
they're just gonna get smothered.
Yeah.
And they can't run the ball, so just
I also got the Texans. You guys basically said it all. Coming off the bye. Washington, just mediocre. They're really just mediocre. Just average. Alex Smith does Alex Smith things. Rarely turns over the football.
Alex Smith gets you wins.
Yeah, they're leading their division.
Yeah, but if you play,
Division leader
division-
Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Still
Well, the
6-3, man. Like
Hey.
that's.
division isn't like the division's crap.
But they only have 2
crap.
games in their division,
they're not winning.
so
the
they're
division. Yeah.
beating other teams.
Well, like I said, when Washington gets a lead, they don't lose.
Now, granted,
They haven't lost all year.
their AFC rival this year is the AFC South, and they've beaten whatever. Like it's just.
Yeah, and that's not exactly.
It's not an easy pick. It's not an
Murray,
easy
though.
pick, but I'm taking the team that comes out to buy all the time. But then I did that with, people thought I bet on Cincy last week, to cover, and
Yeah.
that was a mistake.
Sometimes you don't go against the superstar.
Titans at Colts. Who do you got in this one? Wes?
This is a tough one, man. This is a really tough one. But I got the Titans.
Colts are -1.5.
Yeah, I got the Titans.
Oh, really? Coming
Yeah,
off of destroying the
The
Pats.
Patriots.
yeah. It could be a letdown game here, but also Indy's been on a bit of a
I was
roll.
about to say that. Yeah.
But this is a very important match for both these guys to stay in, and not only the talks of being in the playoff race, but if something happens to Houston this week, these guys could be talking about going for the division lead, right? It feels like Tennessee's finally found their rhythm with Mariota, and Derrick Henry was kind of quiet for the first 8 weeks of the season, but now he's getting
The ball.
They're rotating him and Lewis very well. Corey Davis, the young wide receiver, is really coming to his own. Things are clicking for them. They're looking good.
It's fine.
Other way.
Colts.
Yeah, I just
They're rolling right now, man.
Mariota doesn't put multiple good games together. I'm not sure how else to say it, but he put on a stunner against the Pats. He's due a stinker. The Colts know what they're doing now. I know it's throw to Ebron, but they know what they're doing. Right?
Or he ran one in last week.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. And Andrew Luck is trying to have a bounce back season. So, and it may not.
He's doing well, man.
Yeah,
No,
may
he's
not-
doing
I
well.
didn't think he was going to do this well.
He had a rough start, and then
Yeah,
he's
picked it up.
coming into form.
And I think they're going to be okay. I think they take this game, and they're at home also. So
I also got the Colts. Vikings at Bears. Smythe, who do you got? Vikings at Bears. Bears are minus
The
2.5.
Bears. They're at home. Max playing.
I think they have the second best defense in the league.
I think they're an elite team, man. And I know we talked about Trubisky and how much he sucks, but I think he's doing a great
Trubisky.
job.
No. You know what?
Yeah,
I will
Trubisky.
take that back.
Yeah.
We dogged Trubisky. He might be in top 10 right now.
Can
Quarterback.
I get a quick?
No, we're on the radio. It doesn't matter.
I just want you to admit you're wrong.
They just get.
I have no problem eating crows. No
That's
problem.
why I was very respectful of the fact that you.
He's proved me wrong a couple times already.
No, but
this
I
year.
was right. I want you to say that part.
You just said that we said he was bad. I didn't think he was bad. I just think
You
he
guys
was.
said he was lower tier.
Yes.
I
Of
said
his
he
new
was bad.
quarterbacks. You guys said he was terrible. He's not the answer.
He's-
Chicago. You guys said everything you could say to trash this kid.
If he does the same thing next year, I will admit you were right.
No, I think he's like.
whole
I think
year.
he's having this is his Goff year. Like Goff last year was
Yeah.
was like what I think Trubisky's doing this year.
Yeah,
I think he's good.
he's playing well this year. I'm not
Playing really well.
Yeah, he's playing well
His
this
new
year.
coach might be the
Coach of the year.
coach whisperer for
He's-
him.
He's gonna. Yeah.
And again, if he does it next year, I'll say I'm wrong.
That's fair.
Sorry, who do you got in this game? Vikings at Bears. Wells.
Vikings
Vikings.
Someone's going over.
coming
5
off
this
the
week.
bye.
Yeah.
Extended wait, like time. I think it's gonna be a very close game. I don't know, man. I just think they have. Dalvin Cook is now back from Minnesota. Who knows if he's gonna be healthy enough to play? I just think I know the Bears last 2 weeks have won, but they haven't really played that many good teams. They haven't beat anyone over 500 yet.
No, they have not. But the Vikings are having a really disappointing season. Everyone thought they would run away with this division.
I don't want to run away, but
People thought they would run away. Like Green Bay was supposed to be their next biggest competition. No one expected this from the Bears this year. Did you? I don't
no.
think
But like I said, they haven't faced anyone over 500
no,
yet.
yeah.
Well,
So-
I don't think the schedule's that hard. Here's the thing.
They
They were
were losing.
the Bears were a mid of the pack team till they got Khalil Mack, right?
I still think they're a middle of the pack team.
Khalil Mack. Well, they're 6-3, so they're not.
I guarantee you they will not win this division.
That would mean the Vikings would.
I would almost take that bet.
I'm taking the Vikings.
I would almost take that bet, but I
Well,
would
if
take
the,
the, I'd take
if
the
the Vikings
Packers.
win, if the Vikings do win, they're tied. So,
No, they're not. There's a tie.
oh, sorry, they have a tie.
Yeah.
They have a tie.
They have a tie. The Vikings have a tie. Yeah, they're
If
not tied.
anyone take, I think the Packers take the division over before
The Packers?
Why? They have to get past two teams.
Well, it's only one game. You're playing them both.
Why would Packers take the division? Like they've been playing horrible.
If they win this game,
They're
they're
doing
winning.
pretty well right now.
No, now
In Seattle.
Yeah. I got the Bears as well. And finally, probably the game of the week, which got moved from Mexico back to LA. We got Chiefs at Rams.
This is
Might be it's set up to be maybe the game of the year. We'll see what happens when
Should be
actually,
the
when
shootout
actually,
of the year.
yeah, when it actually gets on the field. But this is like the
So
two
two
best
things
teams.
here I want to add on before we make our picks. Number one, the total is 63.5.
Yes.
Which I've never seen a game. I've never seen a game in the 60s. So that's bonkers. But I think it's appropriate. I'd still take the over.
Oh, wait, hang on. But can you explain that to the people? Like, what does that mean when they're 6'3"?
Well, that means if you're gonna bet the over or under.
Mm-hmm.
So if I bet the over, that means the.
What is the 6'3" though? What is that? What is that?
That's
what
the
is
total points
Points
between
that are
both
scored.
teams
Okay.
at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Even if it's overtime.
So they're saying they're going to score a lot of points between the two teams. They're going to score a lot.
I've never
of points.
seen a 60-point total in a NFL game.
Each team has to score at least 32 to cover this spread.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. But
So
No.
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 Okay.
Okay.
Look
well,
at all the
right.
Rams games the last 3 weeks.
Look at all the Chiefs games.
Well, when we talk about who's going to win, I'll explain it to you guys.
All
Okay.
right.
And second of note, from a line point of view, this game was on a neutral site in Mexico City before it got moved to LA because of poor field conditions. The spread was minus 2.5 for the Rams. It only went up 1 point going back to LA.
Really?
That's weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Usually,
Vegas knows something.
Usually,
When you're home, it's automatic 3 points. I think
It's like it's a
'Cause
swing of
it's a
6
neutral-
points.
Yeah, because it's a neutral spot though. Maybe
It's a swing of 6
3.
points.
Oh, okay. 6.
So
6
my
points.
guess would have been 8.5 if they moved it to their home stadium. Are they playing their home stadium?
Because the game was in a neutral spot in the beginning anyway, so no one had home. So that 6-point swings we went from one place to another. So cut that swing to say 3-4,
Right.
but it only being one. Yeah, something's up. Definitely,
Yeah, that's weird.
definitely.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
They play Memorial Coliseum?
That's where they play.
Okay. Yeah, it's at Memorial Coliseum.
Yeah,
Chiefs?
So, that's where the Rams play, but I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah,
You're taking the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's going to go over.
you didn't take any home teams this week. You in trouble, bro? You in trouble? You set up for a bad.
I took Baltimore.
Take Ravens. You took
Oh,
one
you
home
took
team. Who do you got in this one?
I have the Rams.
And I want to explain why do you think they're not going to score?
I have the Rams because the Rams they're consistent. They're 30-something points every game. They've lost a game, but they scored 35.
except for two games.
What were they scoring those games?
They scored against the Packers 29.
29?
And hang on, wait. One game they scored 23 against the Broncos. They scored 23, and that was probably their closest game, 23-20.
The Chiefs are starting to get figured out. The Arizona Cardinals held them to 24. They're declining.
26.
Whatever. They're declining. So
Whatever.
26. So
And they've only scored twice in the 20s. One was 27 Broncos. Again, the Broncos 27-23, and Cardinals 26-24.
I think
Everything else is in the 30s and above, and they have a lot of 40s. They scored 40 plus 3 times this year.
And they
And
dropped
30s.
the... Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
And-
think that they're starting to cool off. Thanksgiving's coming.
Yeah.
This game's after the Thanksgiving
I don't think that
window.
thing's
Andy Reid has a bye next week.
Yeah,
I don't think that Thanksgiving thing is going to happen this year.
I know you
It
don't.
happens
I-
every year.
I know
I
you
honestly
don't,
don't think- I honestly don't
but
think it has
they've been this exact team
They have
before.
Patrick Mahomes this time, man. He has Patrick Mahomes this time.
I agree.
Before it was Alex Smith.
They've been this team before. That's all I'm saying. This is the first game after that Thanksgiving window. I think they're the team that doesn't hold the end of the bargain for the 64,
Hang on, what
and I
do you
think
think happens
they
on
lose.
Thanksgiving? Andy Reid gets stupid?
I have no
He
idea.
eats too much.
All I'm saying, this isn't something that we're just making up. This is
No,
bad
it happens. It
facts.
happens. Yeah.
Like, if Smythe knows, Smythe... This is like common knowledge.
This is after the window. It's the first game after the window. Perfect time for a letdown game for the Chiefs. And Atlanta is a great team. Or sorry, LA is a great team that puts up 30 plus every week. And if Mahomes wins this game, and if Mahomes scores 40 in this game, I'm not saying he's for real. He's already for real. Okay, let's just right. But he might have the best season ever because the record's 57 touchdowns. Is he still on pace?
If he goes into LA and wins this game,
Yeah.
is he the MVP or is it
Oh,
Breeze?
he's MVP.
Yes.
Right? No matter what happens, he's MVP. No.
Yes, because who's the other MVP? Drew Brees is the other one in the running right now?
Breeze already has one.
Breeze? No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
But he might. He has a Super Bowl title, but he doesn't have MVP.
Yikes.
He might be him and Mahomes. I think are the front runners.
There's
right
only
now.
two.
and Gurley too.
There's only two names.
I think the voters probably want to give it to Drew Brees because he doesn't have one, so they'll probably look for any excuse. But yeah, I think you're right. Like if he wins this game,
But
If he wins this game,
Breeze beat the Rams,
he's already done it.
so Mahomes has to keep pace. That's
Yeah.
why I'm taking the Chiefs.
I don't think Mahomes is that kind of guy.
what
No?
evidence do you have to prove this?
I
You're
don't
just
think- I
making
don't
things
think-
up.
It's not that there's evidence. I just think this is a chance for him to prove.
Yeah.
It is, but I don't.
I think
Go
he's
on,
already
sorry.
shot the moon. I think no matter what he does from here on out, they think he's the future of this league.
Oh, well, I don't know what that means, but yeah, he is. I guess I don't know what that means. In his first year, he's I guess.
He's a poster boy of the league.
Anyway, so who do you got? You got the Rams?
I got the Rams.
I thought he was going to pull his classic spike the pre
I got the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs. After all that,
He
Chiefs.
tears out the Chiefs and picks them. I also got the Rams. I think you're going to see,
You guys are on a lot of games together.
I think all of our games.
except for one.
Wow.
Damn, that scares me.
It might be smooth sailing for me for the rest of the year after this.
This is an important week for us.
Yeah.
It's an important week for us. Either you start running away with it.
That's what it's going to be. I'm
or
either
we
going to
catch
run away or you guys
Or
are
we
going to
catch
be
up.
right back
Yeah.
where we were.
I'm not that far behind you, but yeah, I think you're going to see the best Rams you're going to see. I really, really think they want it. For the Chiefs, it's okay if they win. Obviously, I don't think they're going to like fold over or anything like that, but I really think they've been probably gearing up for this for a while, so they're going to see the best you're going to get. All right, Smythe's top
No.
What? Sorry. Oh, sorry.
We're gonna introduce a new segment.
Sorry,
guys.
I have it written down here. And
That's a hijack.
So usually at the end of this, I ask if there's any other games you got juice on. But what we're gonna do now is, Wells gonna create a Pro Line ticket for you. Oh wait, did you want to audible in these games? You're fine with all those games?
No, that's fine.
All right.
I would have done the same.
You lose
ones.
that right now with this new segment. You don't have a right to audible games anymore. But keep going.
I could.
He can.
Nope.
I'll still give him an audible. Sometimes, those are for two different things. So what we're going to do right now is, up in Canada, is it Canada? Yeah, so up in Canada we have Pro Line.
Up in Ontario.
This is Ontario. Sorry, that's what I said. Okay. So in Ontario we have a Pro Line ticket. Go on. So we're going to ask Wells to create a Pro Line ticket for us.
Yeah, so basically what I'm doing here is point spread Pro Line. So if you want to go in Sunday morning and fill out a point spread Pro Line pick, which means you're just taking games against the spread. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do this every week now. 5 games. I'm going to give you 5 games for teams to beat the spread. They all have to win, and then you get a nice payout. So I'm taking 5 games. I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons at -3.5. I'm taking the New York Giants at -2.5 against Tampa. Mm-hmm. I'm taking the Houston Texans -3.5 against the R-Words. Mm-hmm. I'm taking the Chargers -7 against the Broncos. Ooh. And I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals fading the Raiders -4. This is a
-5 in that one, eh?
-4.
Oh, yeah, -4. I see -5 here. Okay.
This is Pro Line.
Okay,
so,
okay.
You know what?
Yeah,
This Pro Line, these odds can change
Yeah.
going into the weekend. So as of this recording right now, those are all the updated spreads. And whatever you put in for your wager, it'll be times 20. So if you put $5 in, if all 5 hit, you'll get $100. If you put in 20, you get 1,000.
It's worth the $5 shot.
There you go. So hopefully we'll win you guys some money.
We're gonna rate you on how many times you hit with these Pro Line tickets in the Sunday.
You're gonna keep track of it?
Yep.
All right, you'll keep track of it.
Yep.
I just don't want Smythe.
If you wins money, obviously keep track of it. I'll tell you that.
I don't want Smythe here piling on my workload. All right. Now we got your power rankings, Smythe.
All right. Lots of change this week. Lots of change.
Ooh, should be a lot.
Lots of change. Okay. First, honorable mentions. Washington almost made the list. I will say that Alex Smith almost got on there.
Really?
Yep. Yeah. Almost made the list.
Division leaders.
New England almost stayed on the list.
Oh, they got bumped, eh?
Yeah, they got bumped out.
I took it off my list, too.
Yep. The Bears close to making the list, and the Texans, division leaders, guys, 6-3. I mean, they didn't get on because there's actually 5 great teams, but they were very close.
Are we going to have the same? We'll see.
No. At number 5, we got the Chargers. The Chargers could be higher.
Interesting.
They can't lose Chargers. We talked about last time we were on here that they have some really tough games coming up, but until week 13, they're kind of coasting. So I gave them a spot on the top 5 because when we get to weeks 15, 16, 17, probably not going to
finally break it.
Yeah,
I have them a little higher, but that's just me. I have them at 4.
Number 4 is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Welcome.
They moved on from the Van Bell. They look like the team that they're supposed to be when the season started. Connors replaced him nicely. They're now feeding the ball the same way they gave the ball to Bell. And Ben's found his comfort zone. He's just launching left, right, and center. He knows if he gets Antonio Brown involved early, he can use him as a decoy for the rest of the game and get the ball to everybody else. It's working fantastic. He's going to ride the rest of the year. All right. Number 3, and here's where the controversy kicks in, the Chiefs.
Really?
Yeah.
I had them higher.
Yep.
I can guess your next 2. But
I think this is fair.
They look pedestrian against Arizona. And I feel like the Magic's wearing off a bit. We'll see what happens this week. I think the league's starting to figure them out. And I'm not saying they're not going to be spectacular, like they're not going to be good anymore. But the spectacular might stop. All right. Number 2, the Rams. Mm-hmm. Now, they're number 2 for a couple of reasons. A, they lost the number 1 team. But 2, they gave Seattle 31 points. Does Seattle have it together, do you think? Or do you think...
Their defense is good still.
Who?
Seattle. Not showing it right now. Not showing it right now, but their defense is all right.
Well, they got rocked for 36 last week.
Yeah.
But I'm saying is the Rams defense, though, now not be able to stop teams. Because now it looks like it's shootout every week here, back and forth. I mean, one thing, like, if your offense scores quickly, it's hard to play defense. Because you're getting the defense for the Rams is probably on the field for a majority of the game because the Rams quick strike so consistently, right? So they're going to put up more points that way. And that number one. It's time to crown the Saints. Remember when we first started the power rankings, and I had them at number 3, and we all talked smack about them. Well, they haven't lost since.
Nobody's talked smack about the Saints. You said we did. Nobody has on this podcast.
When they were in the top 5, what did you guys say? No way! I can't believe you have them in there.
No, you had them higher when they shouldn't have. But whatever.
I have them in anyway. They've been in the whole time. The point is that it's time now. And last week they got Des Bryant, then they lost Des Bryant, and they ran out and they just rolled over Cincinnati. Anyways, dude, they signed Brandon Marshall. I didn't think they needed a receiver. I thought Des Bryant.
I just think they're shrinking things up. But yeah, I don't think he's going to play that much. I think they're shrinking things up.
I hope he doesn't play that much. Anyway, they got a tough test this week too. They got the Eagles.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's tough.
Until
-9 spread or something.
Yeah, until someone puts a beating on them, they're the team to beat.
Here's the thing: Saints are 5-0 on the road.
Yeah, which is great. Which is reverse to what they normally are, because usually they're great at home inside that dome.
But on the road, they're giving up points. They're just scoring more, right?
Does everyone know who they lost to this year?
They lost the first game of the season.
Don't look. Don't look.
I
just want to know, off the top of your head.
I can't remember.
The Bucks.
That's right.
Yes,
Fitzmagic.
Fitzmagic.
I should know that. Because we all thought the Saints were going to kill him.
The Seahawks have only allowed 30 points twice this season.
Yep.
Scored on them. Only twice this season.
And who's the other team?
Right now they might get.
Oh, they allowed
the Raiders.
All right. Well.
Oh, sorry, that was preseason. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, okay. It's only once then.
The Rams. Rams did it twice. Rams the only team that scored 30 points on them.
And to be honest, like they're playing well right now.
They're playing okay.
Oh, wow.
Like I said, their defense is like it's okay. Like I think it's better than people think it is. But anyway, your power rankings I had pretty similar. I just had a few teams flipped.
I have zero discrepancies with those power rankings.
Oh, interesting. I just had the Chargers and Steelers flipped, and I had the Chiefs and Rams flipped. But for the most part, same teams on there. That's it. Anything else you guys want to talk about the NFL? We basically talked about anything.
Just some random weird thoughts. That if you had told me at this point in the season that the Bills would have the same amount of wins as the Jaguars,
I think that's more of an indictment on the Jaguars.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah,
we knew the Bills would be terrible.
But I it's hard to believe the Bills are ever winning a game. But the fact they have 3 wins,
I told you the defense is great. That defense is spectacular.
Well, that doesn't explain how they dropped 41 points last week.
Spectaculars against the Matt Barkley. That's how they dropped 41 points last week. If they had a capable quarterback, they might be a better team.
They scored almost 1/3 of their points, or 1/4 of their points last week.
Well, the rest of the points they dumped on Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
So it's really
some crazy stuff.
They had 2 great games, and then one game they kicked 4 field goals and beat Tennessee's 3 field goals.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. NBA.
Yeah, the league of interest. Jamal.
The league where you can completely not talk about games and just talk about everything else that goes on. And you can talk for a few
minutes. You might not talk about
a single game.
Any scores happen in the game.
All right. So I guess top of the list, we'll go the Jimmy Butler trade.
Yeah.
Butler to the 76ers. Which kind of had our group chat kind of split on does this improve or hurt this team? Now they gave up a lot of their depth.
Covington and Sarek.
And Covington played a lot of minutes for them.
Covington was a starting small forward.
Yeah. Put up a lot of shots for them. Butler, I'm of the opinion that it improves their team. Smythe, I don't know where you stand on this.
Oh, they're definitely worse.
Worse?
This is.
Where did you have them going into the season?
What?
With their team they had before Butler, where did you
home series?
4. So you probably had them 4 or 3. Now you think they're worse. Okay, all right, continue.
Here's the thing about, and here I think that there's certain people that consider basketball a game of star power. If you have stars, you're gonna be a better team, which to some point is true. But when you're giving up 2 of your starters to get one back, like Covington was a top defender for them, decent shooter.
You think Butler's better though?
Butler is better than him, but you add Saric, who was another shooter who spread the floor for this team and started at power forward. So you lost 2 stars and got one back. They got Wilson Chandler, but Wilson Chandler has proven he's not a starter in this league. So now you're starting a guy who's not a starter. You have Jimmy Butler on a rental because he's not staying here. He's definitely not staying here because you have 2 max contracts already here. He's in the same situation that he left Minnesota, where you got 2 guys that are going to make the $185 million and there's no money to pay you. He wants to get the money, like Wells said. He's now gone to a place where there's definitely no money for him.
Well, you can still get a lesser max contract.
Right, which he doesn't want. That's why he wanted to go to those teams and give it to him.
He's not going to get any more money anywhere else. Wow. So if Sixers decide to pay him, they can still pay him.
They can't pay him 5 years, 190, or 4 years, 160.
But nobody can.
They can't. The 4 years, 160. They can't pay him either. Ben Simmons is a max contract player. So
they said they're going to give it to him anyway.
So is Embiid.
And Embiid's probably like a top 10 player, so they have to give it to him.
And they're not going to choose Jimmy Butler over Simmons. It just doesn't make sense. So now you have a rental player who's not that great. They lost their first game.
I don't know if he's rental. I really don't know if he's rental. But anyway, Wells, you got any thoughts on this one? Better, worse?
I think
Sixers?
I don't know, man. I think if you look at this team from the end of last year to now, they've lost a lot of depth pieces that really made them good.
That was the thing. You mentioned this when we did.
Bellinelli's gone. Ilyasova's gone.
They weren't playing that well before they got those guys. When they got Bellinelli and those guys, then they came on.
Those guys were deadline players.
So they lost those guys, and then now they've lost more complementary pieces like Saric and Covington. And sure, they've added a star, right, in Jimmy Butler. But like, I don't know if that tips them over the elite teams in the East. Like, does that make them better than Milwaukee? Does that make them better than Toronto? Does that make them better than Boston? I don't think so.
Milwaukee's playing well. The star power is not there. There's something
what are you talking about, man?
Brook
Lopez?
What you're saying is Chris Middleton is not a star. Chris Middleton.
Would you give Chris Middleton a max?
No.
That's the problem.
Right. But
he's on that team. He's gonna get a max.
No, he's not gonna get a max.
Well, the most money he can get.
You're gonna keep that team together because you don't have to give any of those guys max. Really, that's really what it comes down to. Middleton's not going to be like, I want $40 million. They're going to say, Middleton, here's 18,
he's going to get 30. 19. He's not going to get 18, 19.
Yeah.
He's going to get 30s plus.
Really?
Yes, he has to, because that's how it works out. You have to give him 30 plus.
No.
Wow.
Is he worth it? No. But you have to give him 30
plus. I don't
plus.
think he's going to ask for it. I think that team's going to get better because you could build on what they already have.
No.
That's
the problem with that team. Anyway, go on to Sixers anyway.
Well, that's it. I just think they got worse, and it sucks because Jimmy Butler's leaving after this year, and then they're going to have nothing, and they're going to wonder why it's not working out.
I completely disagree with you. I think they got better. But this is a team. It's kind of funny because I don't know if the pieces fit. Like, Joel Embiid shoots way more threes than he actually should.
Yeah, but you can do what he wants.
Ben Simmons doesn't shoot enough threes.
Yeah.
And Butler shoots more threes than he should, even though he does surprisingly shoots a good percentage. I think he shoots like 34% or something like that.
Well, 34 is not that good, but
it's good. It's decent.
If Wilson Chandler is healthy and plays good basketball, they're okay.
Defensively, they're going to be good.
Yeah, okay, and I mean okay is like 4 or 5 in this conference when it's said and done.
They should be the third best team in the East.
Right.
They should be
better than Milwaukee.
Yes.
Okay.
Milwaukee is something I like the way they're playing right now. It's just, and you say it all the time, Smythe, it's star power.
Yeah.
They don't have enough.
Yeah, but you have
Milton's good, and you said it yourself. He's not worth 30. They're going to end up paying him 30 plus.
But you also have a coach that's used to winning without that star power.
Not last year.
With who?
Budenholzer.
Oh, but sorry, Budenholzer. Yeah.
A team like this is 60 wins for him.
Yeah.
And they will get 60 wins this year, I think.
Ooh.
He's used to it. He's used to it.
No, he's not.
I'll give you 50.
50,
yes,
57, 58. High 50s?
50.
Lower 50s.
52.
Lower 50s.
I'm borderline.
60 wins is a lot, man.
I know, but this team,
Only two teams got 60 last year.
They have Giannis. They have shooting. They looked at the Cleveland model and they said, we got better players than the Cavs do. We can do the same thing. And they're going for it, and it's working.
Oh, it's definitely working. Like, crazy what changing a coach does.
Yep.
Definitely working. But, yeah, we're going to see.
They have a lot of like unsung players on their team.
They do.
Like Malcolm Brogdon, who was a rookie of the year.
Yeah, so he's rookie of the year. He's a good player.
2 years ago.
We can say
what's the point for his name?
Bledsoe.
Eric
Bledsoe. Proven player.
Ilyasova,
great player. We know he's a good glue piece. Brook Lopez, who was looking for a good situation.
It's resurgence.
He's in a good situation.
But see, you guys are naming off names, and like, would you pay any of those guys $30 million plus?
Yeah, but
no, we're not talking about that.
We're
talking
about.
I know, but that's what goes to star power. When it comes to Middleton, you said you're not going to pay, even though they're going to have to, or get rid of him.
Look at LeBron James. Look at the guys around him.
And some of those guys are getting paid a lot of money.
All they're doing is saying, no, who's making more than $20 million in that team?
Well, that was on the older contracts. And the older contracts, they were making max money. Like, Love was getting a max contract under the old system.
So I'm saying right now, like, they're not. So
they overpaid for Tristan
Thompson.
Thompson. They overpaid for J.R. Smith.
Yeah.
Like, they paid a lot of guys. And you're going to have to end up paying these guys on Milwaukee.
If they have 60 wins, you pay them. That's what happens. But I'm saying is that they took Giannis, drives the lane, kicks out.
Giannis is not even the question.
Everyone else is shooting the ball, and it's working. They're shooting 43s a game, just like Atlanta did, and they're winning basketball games.
It's just a start part. That's my only question.
Yeah, well, when the playoffs start, they have a problem.
Yeah,
and I agree with that. You have Giannis, you have Middleton to create their own shots.
Mm-hmm.
If Brook Lopez and Ilyasova and Eric Bledsoe are hitting, they're going to be great. They're not going to hit in the playoffs. We know that already.
They're also the highest scoring team in the league.
Yeah, they're great. They're a great team. I think there's no problems with this team right now because the coaching is there. He knows what to do.
10-4 right now. The Raptors in their start. The Raptors. Did you guys watch last night's game?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep.
So Dwayne Casey came into town. They're the Raptors' old coach, now coaching on the Pistons. Now I missed the middle part of this, so you guys are gonna have to fill me in on this.
Yeah.
So they were up big,
20-19 to be exact. Yeah.
And when I came back, they were tied.
Yeah.
Because I just came back because I had to work. So I came back and they're what happened?
The Toronto Raptors have a tendency to experiment when they're up. So they go up by 19 points. In comes Greg Monroe. In comes
Greg Monroe was
Richardson.
Forced into that game.
Well, because he's injured.
Because there's
but
no Ibaka.
But I'm saying...
Well, he was playing well.
At one time, you have Kawhi Leonard, Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, and Kyle Lowry all on the bench. Which is your second unit, whatever. But if your second line's injured, which the Raptors' second line is injured, there's 3 or 4 guys in play. Now you have your bench guys in as that second unit. Those guys don't work in 7 minutes for trying to win a basketball game. Guys get hot. In this league, everyone can get hot. Everyone's used to scoring 30 points a game. I forget the guy's name. Number 7. I don't remember his name. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. On thing. Got hot from 3 and hit 4 corner threes.
Are you talking about Jackson?
No.
Bullock?
Maybe. Whatever. Gets hot, hits 4 corner threes. If you hit 4 corner threes, I don't care what the lead is. Now it's a game again. Goes down to 7. Blake Griffin's having his way. And then everyone just starts playing better. You know what I mean?
No one on the Pistons had more than 3 3-pointers yesterday.
Well, all his 3 3-pointers then came in a row.
That's Blake Griffin who had 3. No one else had more than 3.
No way.
Yeah.
Anyway, point is, they hit a bunch of shots.
Stanley Johnson.
There he is. He gets hot.
I thought you were talking about... I was going to go...
Maybe they count some of those 2s. But anyway, he gets caught. Then they start just hitting shots. And when shots are falling like that, I don't care what your lead is, right? They bring all the stars back in to save the day. They're a little bit cold. Things happen.
Well,
right?
Greg Monroe did score 17 points.
Greg Monroe played fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Moose.
All of them together shouldn't be on the floor. Not with your third unit. That's your third unit now.
Fred VanVleet was a minus 16 yesterday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That shouldn't happen. When that happens, that's...
No, who's he playing with? He's playing with Malachi Richardson.
But no one else was... Him and Monroe were minus... Monroe was minus 7.
Yeah.
He was minus 16. No one else was really... Other than minus...
No, nobody else.
was Lowry.
Yeah. Oh, Monroe did all the scoring when his unit was on, so...
Everyone else was... No, sorry.
8 for 10.
Yeah.
He played great.
So, my theory here is the Raptors really haven't had a close game.
No, they usually blow teams out.
Right? So
Well,
they haven't, but
that
like...
shouldn't have been a close game.
They were coasting.
Yep.
The Pistons didn't give up. You knew they were going to give up for Dwayne Casey that night. They came back. They were up. Raptors came back. They had a chance to win the game. And what happens? Kawhi Leonard gets his first taste of ending a game, and he dribbles off his foot with 2 seconds left.
Mind you, he tied the game right before, so it's not he choked.
Look, I'm not...
It was
I made a joke trade Kawhi. I'm not serious. I'm not serious. But, like, we're still really early in the season.
It wasn't his best game.
No, but...
26 points, 9 rebounds.
6 turnovers. Wasn't his best game.
So, I'm just saying is, like, they haven't really been tested that much. So, this is kind of like, like, should we be worried that they've lost 2 games in a row at home? No. But, like, you're still working stuff out here in November.
My thing is that the Pelicans, who are also a pretty decent team, came in and bludgeoned them 2 days ago.
They're okay. They're not what everyone thought they were going to be.
Pelicans?
Yeah, but they're
a bit of a letdown, but they're still a good team, and everyone had their way with the Raptors.
They're like a 500 team right now.
If you watch that game, everyone who was someone crushed them. So now you come back off that. Blake Griffin.
Wait, sorry, say that again. What did you say?
Everyone who was someone killed them. Game.
What do you mean was someone?
Anthony Davis killed them. Drew Holiday killed them. Randall was 17-9.
I don't know that.
Like their top players.
Randall.
Their top players had a great game.
Randall is 6th man of the year candidate.
Yeah. Now you play Detroit, and Blake Griffin had a great game. Right?
You call that one anyway.
Right? So there's something going on there, and I'm not saying I think it's too much experimentation. I think he's trying to figure out his lines, and he'll lose games trying to figure that out because he knows the kind of team he has.
You hear what Case said at the end? He's like, "Do you see any change?" He's like, "No, I see a lot of the plays that when I was here, they were running the same plays I was running."
No, you know what? He's bitter. That's the most bitter guy I ever seen.
The only big change I see is they're playing Ibaka more at the 5.
No, they're just playing Ibaka at the 5.
Yeah, that's the only major change I see from. And obviously they got Kawhi Leonard. But.
Yeah. Well, Pascal Siakam's a starter in this league.
Everyone said that. There's a bunch of NBA reporters and writers who say they love Siakam.
Yeah.
Like from last year. It's not like it's a late. They love Siakam.
Didn't he start half the season last year, the year before? And he did a great job, and then they put him on the bench, and I was like, "That's a mistake. They just shouldn't have done that."
Well, he was still a young player. And I always said last year before the trade, what would have to happen with the Raptors is Siakam and OG Anunoby would have to take a leap as far as the development is concerned for this team to be better. It seems Siakam. I think this is a little much.
He got player of the week last week.
He did. It might come back down. I don't think he's this good.
You know what?
He's good. I don't think he's this good.
If you watch him, he's not doing anything outside the norm. He's just making layups. There's no jump shooting happening. Mm-hmm. He takes a 3 when it's wide open, and they give him the ball a lot. Yeah, I think he's fine.
They could drop 17 points last night.
Yeah,
I think so.
Probably 8 shots.
Yeah, he's good. I don't know if he's this good, but he's good.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about the Raptors on this one? Who else?
No.
Rockets and Melo. So everywhere Melo goes, it just seems to just end poorly. He's just like, and there was something that came out that they're pretty close to ending this relationship with him.
Pretty close. It's over. He's not playing there anymore. He's done.
What was that reported sickness that happened or whatever?
He is done. He is not playing. Are you alright?
Everyone's dropping something here.
He's done. It's sad, man. Sad day.
The Rockets have had a very poor start. Yeah. I thought they would at least be second or first in that conference, but getting rid of those 2 players was not a smart idea.
You lost your wing defense.
They're up by 30 on Golden State right now.
Yep. They can score the ball. They can still score. But they're defensively they're not there. But Melo, is this it for Melo Wells? Is this it?
I hope so. Like, he's done, man. This would be so he got traded from New York to Oklahoma, got cut. Mm-hmm. Wait, did he get traded from New York to Oklahoma, or he got cut from New York?
No, he got traded. Did he sign him?
They signed him for like something really low.
They signed him.
And then he got
no, it was traded.
I don't know. I feel like
he had to opt out, and he opted into the last of his deal, and they bought him out, so it was a trade.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's done, man. Like, this league's not for him anymore.
Here's the thing. Carmelo Anthony came off the bench for Houston. He's averaged 13.4 points. I'm not sure what more you want from a guy.
So apparently, what they want is they want the younger. They want the younger guys to start playing more. Right. So his minutes would diminish even more from what they are right now.
Yeah.
Because defensively, he gives them nothing. Scoring is not the problem with that team.
No.
So you say, like, even when you say he drops what? What did you say?
13
points. They don't care. Because someone else can do the same thing he can do. Yeah. They don't care.
I get it.
Someone else can come in and score 13.
Because I think this was a stat I saw. Every time when Melo is in the paint, the opposing team will score 92% of the time in the paint against them.
Yeah.
That's not good, right?
He hasn't even jump.
I think so. I'll have to double check.
There's more of a chance of a guy missing the layup than if Carmelo Anthony's.
I'll double check the analytics, but I'm sure that's not good, Wells. So they wanted to play less, and apparently he's not. He's like, okay, I'll come off the bench, but now he's like, they barely wanted to play at all. Now he's like, he's not happy with that.
No, he's not gonna be happy.
So a lot of names I hear is Lakers.
Yeah,
that's not gonna happen because apparently last year he could have went to the Cavs, and according to Rachel Nicholson.
There you go. He's done.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, he's done with them.
Oh, okay. You want to see what you just said? Because I can't see it.
It's just parted ways with the team today. He's done.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done? Okay, so he's off the team. So apparently, what Rachel Nichols says, apparently what happened is he could have went to the Cavs last year, but they wanted to give him some kind of workout program he had to do, and he said no, he doesn't want to do it. So basically, they wanted to work harder.
I know who I am.
And he said no.
I am who I am.
And again, going to the Lakers, that's probably not going to happen.
No, I don't think he's going to go to Lakers either. I think he's going to go to, like,
Philly,
Sacramento or something. You know what I mean?
You know where I think he should go?
Golden State,
New York.
Back to the Knicks?
Go back to the Knicks.
No, he's going to go Golden State.
They can't. They're trying to win. They're trying to get
Because
young.
that's where everyone goes. That's like
just sit on the bench and take your ring.
But why would they take him?
When you're
taking up a slot a young guy can take up. Why would they
young
take
guy?
him?
They don't care what young guys there.
Yeah, they do. The young guys are getting play right now.
Go back to New York. You can do whatever you want because they don't care about winning now because they probably want a lottery pick. Do whatever you want and end your career in New York.
I think he ends up in either Memphis or Charlotte.
Why would he go to Memphis? Charlotte definitely won't take him. Charlotte won't take him because they're trying to win.
No, they're not. They suck. There's no chance they're gonna win. Just go have him go shoot his time out there.
Oh, right now they have the 7th playoff spot. They're trying to win. Charlotte is trying to win.
I like Memphis for Melo.
Why is he in Memphis?
Because he's a spot up.
They already got 2 dinosaurs there now.
Yeah, I know.
Because Memphis is 5th in their conference.
They're a decent team.
Actually, yeah, they're playing.
You need a spot up guy or a guy can eat up minutes just shooting the ball off
But he's
the
not
bench.
gonna. This is the thing, though. He's not gonna play. Everywhere he goes, he's
Maybe
not
Portland.
going to play.
Yeah, I think. Well, here's the thing.
In my opinion, he has to go to a team where they're just going to let him do whatever he wants to do,
Like Phoenix? No,
which is New York.
I don't
think Phoenix either.
I think he's going to a team that is contending, but they need someone to eat up minutes and take shots for them. So
But he can't, though. That's the thing. He can't.
Of course, he can take shots. I don't take shots. Melo can take shots.
But he can't eat up the minutes because defensively, he's a vacuum. He sucks.
Yeah, he's not going to play.
So if you put him on the court, people are going to score against him.
That's why you're playing. He's playing.
That's why I'm saying
units.
a contender. That's out of the question.
Yeah.
People who are trying to win, that's not for Melo.
Wow. I think he'll be a second.
I think he's
guy.
done. Like I well said it. He's done.
No,
it's look to retire because this is sad at this point.
If you have a
very
chance to
sad.
pick up a guy like Carmelo who could score at a decent clip, because he had 3 games over 20 with Houston too. He's not great anymore. He's a decent clip. Your second unit.
Yeah,
could
but he
use
had 3
that
games
guy.
over 20, but he also had 3 games under 10. Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you want from a bench guy? The bench guy gives you 6 points. So, great. It's an extra 6 points. That's how the league works.
But you're going to get... No, that's not the...
Why are we still talking about this guy?
I don't know.
Man?
Sorry. Yes. Anyway. You're right.
Cares?
Draymond Green got suspended. The whole melee.
The repercussions are happening right now.
So, at the end of the game, last game, Draymond Green, they inbounded the ball. Draymond Green ran up the court. At the same time, Kevin Durant was calling for the ball. I don't see anything wrong with that because Draymond Green does that all the time. And it works out all the time. So that play wasn't the thing. But the thing is when on the bench, when they're writing up plays and Kevin Durant confronted Draymond Green on this, apparently he went off and apparently brought up even his free agency. Paraphrasing, you're not all the way in here anyway, so I don't even know why you're talking to me. And then Kevin Durant said, come on, let's win this game. Draymond Green still wouldn't let it go, and he still talked. The team suspended him 1 game without pay. Draymond Green suspended Draymond Green without one game without pay. Something or nothing, Smythe.
Something. Because they're getting beat by 30 right now.
Yeah. Against Houston.
Here's the long and the short about it really is that those guys are brothers. They've been together for a long time. They've been playing for a long time.
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
They're
Are they
not.
brothers?
Yeah.
I don't know. Brothers is kind of strong.
I don't think there's essential. I think they've been through the meat grinder before. They've had these fights before, and I think it's just they're 2 competitive guys, and that's what happens. What makes it different is Draymond Green started talking about something that's bothering the whole team, which is Kevin Durant's free agency.
The whole organization.
Right. So now it's bringing something that was the elephant in the room is now at the forefront. Guys can't concentrate. Steph Curry's not there to calm it down because I'm pretty sure Steph Curry would laugh like, ha, let's win this championship.
He's there. He's on the bench.
Yeah, I'm saying he's not playing, right? It matters. And
it's funny when Steph Curry doesn't play, they're completely different.
Yep. Well,
they don't win. They're they're a bad team when he doesn't play.
If you have the best shooter in the world and the second best shooter of lacrosse, the guy can create a shot play better than anyone else, all on the same floor. It's really hard to lose. Once you lose any of that, if Klay Thompson doesn't play a game, it's not the same team. Who's going to guard their good players? When's the last time Steph Curry played defense?
Oh, he does. He's a very he plays defense, but he plays point guard, so it's very hard for him to play defense.
He just stands around.
Something or nothing was.
No dunks on him.
Was.
What?
Do you
Something
care?
or- something or nothing.
You don't care, do you?
Look, man. Like this, who cares? Like, you know what? Draymond Green is an alpha. Kevin Durant is a beta. He's like, wow. No. I'm sorry.
He's not even like. I think the
All
same thing.
Draymond Green has to say is, dude, we won without you. We don't need you. You
That's
came
not true
here.
anymore. That's not true anymore. But yeah.
They won
In the
without
past-
him.
They
in the
won
past it was.
once,
Yes, they won without
and
him.
they lost once.
Sure, they won without him.
When they lost, they got him because they lost.
I know, but listen.
No, but
can
it's
you
not
let me
true anymore.
finish.
Yes,
Let me
yeah,
finish.
Yes.
They won without him. They had the best record ever in a regular season without him. And yes, they have won twice with him. But the only reason why he went there is because he couldn't win anywhere else. He's a beta. He's a wuss. He couldn't do it on his own.
He's the best player on the team.
He is the best player too.
Okay, yeah, but like,
But he doesn't make that team go.
but like,
He's not. He's right. He's
they
not a
still
beta.
won without him.
He's not a beta. Yeah.
Durant's a wuss, man. He's like,
So why do you
he
think?
is the epitome of
why are
what I
they-
loathe in athletes.
Why are they so upset about him maybe leaving if he's a wuss and a beta? They wouldn't care.
What you said is true. Yeah,
Who's upset?
The whole organization.
the whole organization?
Well, because
guys that are down 30 right now to
like we
Houston.
were. Imagine.
Sorry, wait, hang on. The organization isn't upset. They're just worried about his free
Yes,
agency. They're not
absolutely.
upset. They're just worried about his free
I
agency.
want Wells to
Sorry,
make his
Wells,
point
sorry,
though, because
sorry,
he's
Wells,
about to mention that's the dynasty, and I like that. Keep going. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. I'm saying it's like, what if we were on a podcast
We the dynasty.
and
Keep going.
Smythe, after this year, your contract with the team is up, and we don't know if you're going to stay.
You guys are worried about that?
Well, it would be in the back of our minds,
Absolutely.
which is technically worrying.
Right.
So,
So I'm right. Why are you?
what? No, I'm saying is like that's sports. That
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Free agencies, all that stuff is part of the game. But like, so what? Like, he called him out and said, "Look, man, you may not even be here next year. Whatever." He's probably right, man. Because
I'm not
Durant
saying
probably
he's not.
runs his mouth in the locker room, being like, "I don't need to be here." There was a video of him being like, "That's why I'm leaving. That's why I'm leaving." Like when he was running off the court like a little wuss. Like it's stuff like that makes the team be like,
Was that video real?
So you're
yes.
So what you're doing is,
it was the same game.
So you
and
were-
it's when they came into the overtime and he was like coming off the court and he was by himself and he was melding the, you can't hear him, but he's melding the words, "That's why I'm going," or "That's why I'm leaving," or whatever. Like
so you blame Durant for this
I will always blame Durant because he's a bitch baby. And he's like,
because you don't like him.
I never have. No, that's not true. I liked him in Texas. I liked what he was doing in OKC. And the second he left OKC to go ring chase, I was like,
Okay, you don't
he
like
ain't
what
for
he
me.
did. Yeah, you don't like what he did.
You don't
I,
like
I personally, I don't like what he did. He has a right to do what he did.
Yes.
I
I
personally
won't
don't.
deny. Hey, man, it's your career. You do whatever you want. But from my personal opinion,
I don't believe
he's a ring chaser.
Would you take the management job over the regular job? That's what he did.
No.
He went from a job
Nah,
where
not really.
didn't.
he
That's
went
not- that's
from
not what he
all
did.
the pressures on me. It's gonna be so hard. I got to do all this myself.
It wasn't all
to
on him.
I'm
He had
gonna go over
Westbrook.
here and sit back and just win.
Hold on, I think you're confusing this. It's a personal thing for us. I personally don't like what he
Exactly.
did. He has every. If I saw
For sure.
you have every.
And
Good
if
for you.
Given the choice, you do the same.
Maybe I don't know.
It's the same concept as Chris Bosh leaving the Raptors to go to play in
That was a
Miami.
little different, but whatever. That was a little different. But anyway, I can't remember what point I was going to make. So they're going to have to hand out some money next year. If it came down to it, obviously you're going to pick Kevin Durant over Draymond Green.
Yep.
I don't know if that's good because what you said, Wells, do they need him? They need him now. They do need him now because when they won before without him, they had a lot more pieces on that team.
For sure. And
Now all those pieces are gone, and they do need him. They do need him now to win.
what pieces are gone, though, really?
You got Harrison Barnes. You had Bogut, which was very good. He was very good for them.
But was great.
He was very good for them, and all those younger shooters. Now you got Livingston, who's older. Iguodala's older.
Everyone's older because they're in
Yeah,
the same team
yeah.
pretty much for the last 6 years.
Like if he was,
But Draymond, Curry, and Clay built that team.
Draymond Green is not the same player he was because Draymond Green can't.
No,
shoot
I
the same
agree.
way. Yeah.
I agree. But like, they made that huge entity, the team that
Yeah.
has
Before they did,
sold
before,
out for the last 6 years,
Yeah.
that has a 44,000 person wait
Yeah.
list,
Do
right?
you
Like,
think they beat the Cavs the last 2 years without Kevin Durant?
yeah. Look at last
Yes.
year, man.
Yes.
Look at last year. They dummied them for 2 years
They
in a row.
had
was not
Kevin
good.
Durant on the team.
That team wasn't good.
I
I
just
think
made it easier.
LeBron James and the bag of misfits is good enough
No, it's not.
to challenge
It's
for
not.
a championship.
It's not.
I think so.
That
Without
last
Kevin
year's
Durant.
Cavs team? No, it's not.
Without Kevin Durant, that's a series.
No.
Yes, 100%.
No, it wasn't. It wouldn't have been.
100%.
They might have won one game, but it wouldn't have
know,
been
man.
serious anyway.
I don't
Anyway, keep an eye on this. Draymond Green he's not going to be in this league past 34.
Years old?
Isn't he 45 now?
I think he's like 27 or something like that.
So? That's old. 34.
You also have to
A lot of
understand-
guys are in this league at 34.
But the amount of hype this guy gets,
No,
he's not going to be in this
he's
league.
not
Like he's in sharp decline.
Yeah.
And it's hidden because he's on the Golden State Warriors. He's not the same player.
Doesn't have to score in Golden State.
Remember, he used to shoot threes like crazy.
Yeah.
He can't do that
You
anymore.
have games with 20-something points.
Defensively, he's kind of lost a step.
Yep.
He's not the same player.
Well,
But anyway,
age hurts that more than anything.
you were going to say something. Well, I cut you off.
I'm just saying, like, you have to understand the type of player that Draymond Green is too, right? Like,
Oh, yeah, I understand. Yeah.
like and just his like mentality. Like, this guy played for Izzo at Michigan State. He was a grinder, and he was drafted late too, right? So he's kind of like fought.
It's a little like Jimmy Butler. Like, these guys,
Sure,
type of guys have to fight their way, and they expect, like, these guys fight.
Yes.
And they expect everyone around
The
you.
personalities
Yeah.
of these two guys.
It's like, I
clash.
have to fight to where I am, and you're here being lazy. Come on, fight just as hard as me.
Yes.
And if you're not fighting as hard as
That's a
them,
great analogy.
they get mad. And you saw that with the Timberwolves and Jimmy Butler. He got mad because those guys have more talent than him, but he's better than them on the court because he fights for it. And that's what Draymond Green probably sees sometimes too.
Jimmy Butler.
Anyway, anything else you want to talk on this, Smith? Nothing?
I think next year's team, if Cousins comes back healthy, I think the Golden State Warriors are going to go Steph
He's not
Curry,
going to be
Kevin
Draymond Green.
Durant.
Hang on. Cousins not going to be there next year. Cousins not going to be there, sir.
It's not going to be.
There next year.
Could be.
No, he's not. They've said he's not going to be there next year.
They said it's a 1-year thing.
Yeah, it's a 1-year thing.
But
They've said it.
They could
Because
very
they can't afford it.
well. They could move Clay.
They're not moving Klay Thompson.
If he's not going to sign back anyways, you're going to trade him for pieces. But this team could very well be Curry,
I think Draymond Green's going to be controversial.
Durant, and Cousins going forward.
No. It's Cousins. It's going to be
It's going to be the
Curry.
same three.
Yeah. It's going to be Curry, Durant, and Thompson. I don't think Draymond Green's going to be on this team anymore.
I think he'll be there over Durant.
Oh, 100%.
Well, if Durant leaves, then obviously.
If Durant leaves, then
they have
they'll
a
probably-
plethora
yeah,
of choices.
yeah.
Yeah, but if they had their choice,
If Durant leaves, then Durant
That's
still
what I think
is
they would've done.
Draymond Green can be there.
yeah.
But I don't think.
I think
Kevin
Klay
Durant's
Thompson's
leaving.
not
Why
signing
would
back
Kevin
right
Durant
now.
leave? Why would Kevin Durant leave? All his
'Cause-
business is there.
He's,
Unless he just he's bored and he wants to do something else.
Yeah.
But
that's the type of guy he is, man. Like
Oh my God, listen to this guy.
in fact, the only
He
team
owns the city
he's a
anything.
beta.
He doesn't own the city anything. He can go play where he wants.
yeah, I agree.
he can,
And he will.
and he will, and he can. But Wells has a right to not like it as a fan. That's our right. We can not like what these athletes do,
He's.
and he doesn't like it.
I don't like him at all, man. I'm glad Draymond put him in his place.
I can see him yelling at his TV. Get him! Get him!
No, not even that. Not even that. Just be like, yeah, you know what? Good. He's doing us all a favor. All of us hard workers, grinders. And this guy just steps in. Oh, hey guys, can I join your team? I want a ring chase.
Any other teams you guys want to talk about in the NBA?
Yo, my Utah Jazz team looks bad.
Oh my goodness, they're so disappointing right now. I think they'll get it there.
You know what's trash? Grayson Allen is not what I thought he'd be.
What do you want to be, man?
I don't know, man. I thought he'd come in here and be like this tough-nosed, defensive, like annoying kid.
The same to ACC.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna come here and just be like, people just, I don't want to play this guy.
Right now they're 500, tied with in the 10th place with New Orleans.
Yeah. I know.
New Orleans is another disappointing team, but Davis has been hurt like always.
Yeah, he can't. He's letting me down right now. I thought this was his time.
Washington. Anyone really want to talk about that team?
We don't.
I think they'll get it together.
Yeah, you know what?
There's too much talent not to be in the playoffs.
Dwight Howard doesn't look terrible on that team.
No, he does not look terrible. He does not look terrible.
He looks like he belongs a little bit.
Yeah.
He can get up.
The team of the year for him.
Yeah, I think he needs. Like, he
Where do
can't
we go next year?
Can't play back to backs. Like he can't play 4 games in 5 nights.
I'm hearing a lot of people say trade John Wall. Who's going to take that contract?
Yeah, and like yeah,
How much is he going to pay? $47 million?
not yet. It's coming.
$47 million for John Wall.
I think it's in 2 years.
A year?
He's making
Yes.
40 million. Yeah, he signed a Supermax.
What?
Or 45 or
Dude,
something like
and
that.
as soon as that
He signed a
Supermax offer
Supermax.
came,
He signed a Supermax.
you saw who the greedy guys are. John Wall signed immediately. Westbrook signed
not really
immediately.
greedy. It's like-
Harden signed immediately because they know they're not going to be worth any of that in 3-4 years.
Like, who's going to take on that contract?
Nobody. Those are untradables, right?
Not for him, though. Like,
Only
that's the thing
those
about-
3 guys have them, but they're untradables. You're never going to move those guys. No one will take that contract on.
Because really the only tradable guy on that team and the guy that everyone would probably want
Bradley
is sir?
Bradley Beal.
Yeah, Bradley Beal. And they're probably not going to want to get rid of that guy either.
Nope.
So
I feel bad for Bradley Beal.
Okay, so this year it's
you beat me to it. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
this year it's 19.2 million.
Yeah.
Next year it's 37 million.
That's when the Supermax kicks in.
But you know who makes the most money?
You have 37, I have 38 here.
Yeah, round it up.
And then the next year it's going to be 41. The year after that, 44.
God, man.
The year after that is going to be $47 million.
So those
Yo,
3 years
Otto
of the
Porter
Supermax.
is making 26 million right now.
Yeah.
Chris Middleton's getting 30 million a year.
That's what I say. That's what I'm telling you. Chris Middleton's going to get... Does he deserve it? No, but he's going to get it.
Austin Rivers gets 12.6.
Yeah.
Oh, this league is just flush with cash.
That's a mid league.
That's
Yeah.
nothing. That's nothing.
That's like you're getting ripped off with that.
That's why other leagues
Terrence Ross money.
They're jealous.
Dwight Howard's getting 5.3.
Yeah.
That's why other leagues are jealous of this.
Oh my god. Can you imagine? That's remember we were talking about the NHL. Not to go to the side, but I said something's wrong with the NHL. When you look across at the NBA, you play in the same arenas, and those guys make
The guy at the
on
end of the
average
bench is making more.
But
easily 3 times the money you're
the
making.
NHL has a hard cap.
No,
The NBA's cap is, I don't understand it.
well, it's
Soft
higher.
cap.
There's less players,
Soft cap.
but the league is just doing better.
Like Otto Porter has 20%
Yeah.
of the cap.
Well, if you look
That
at
means that there's only room for, like, that's 1/5 of their team. That makes no sense.
Yeah, that's a starter. The bench guys don't make a lot of money.
well, if
I
you
just
look-
saw Austin Rivers makes 12 million.
Yeah, that's Austin Rivers. Now you're not paying Howard, who's a starter, but like if you sit down, if
You know which team has a high salary in the league?
Boy, does it even matter?
you'd be surprised though.
It's the Miami Heat.
Yeah,
The Miami Heat. Then Oklahoma, Golden State, Toronto, Houston, Washington. But if you look over at that football, and this is why football players are now really angry. I really feel this is why they're really angry. They're told all the time, football makes way more money than any of these leagues. Yes, they have 3 players on the roster, though. But they can't even get guaranteed contracts. They can't even get maybe 50% of their contracts guaranteed.
yeah. Well, that's something they got to fight for. That union should their contract. If the other leagues are 100%, how are they not 100%?
Yeah.
And they should say, I don't care if you can cut our money a bit. We got to be 100% guaranteed.
And guys who don't even play in the NBA are getting $7 million a
Yep.
year.
and they'll win it. NFL will earn guaranteed contracts.
It's
Like,
going to
that's
be a
the
fight.
next thing.
It's going to be a fight.
No, because they're starting to pay it. What's his name? Just signed one. Players are now signing guaranteed contracts.
They'll give the quarterbacks the guaranteed
Yeah.
money, but they won't give the players, and that's what they want.
No,
Anyway,
they
going
don't.
back to the NBA, sorry.
Yeah.
I feel you're going to make a point, Wells. No?
No,
Okay.
no, not at all.
Miles has no points to make.
Any other teams you guys want to talk about? No? Nothing else
We
is...
still talking about the NBA?
Teams that are good and teams that are trash. Surprises. No?
Another thing that happened, I can't remember what year it is. I forgot to look it up. So what's going to be happening now that you can draft kids out of high school into the G League now?
But not yet.
No, what year is it? Is it
2022 when
2022, yeah.
LeBron's kid becomes
2021.
eligible.
Is it 2021?
The NBA draft, the 2021 NBA draft is going to be a double cohort.
That sucks for the college.
Does it? Do you care? Do you even watch it?
Do you see what Duke is doing right now? Those kids aren't going to college anymore.
Oh, yeah.
You'll-
Who cares?
they
But do you
will
care?
not see
No,
the-
I'm asking, do you care? Personally.
I don't. Personally, who cares?
Yeah.
But I'm saying NCAA is going to lose out on
They'll be
tons.
fine. They'll be fine.
No, they won't.
They'll
Yeah,
be
they will.
fine.
They'll be
Yeah.
fine.
No, they won't.
They'll just replace them with somebody else.
They've been fine. They were fine before.
Yeah, they had one that when LeBron didn't go to college, they were fine then.
Yeah, well, but back then, players were scared to make that jump.
No, a lot
They
of players did.
they told a lot of kids not to make that jump because they get in trouble.
But a lot of players did do it.
Players did,
And
do
a
it.
lot of players did it that weren't good enough to do it.
Yeah,
And the but what we're saying, the NCAA was fine.
But
But
it was-
people were still gambling on
NCAA
them.
would be fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
but today they're going to tell every kid to do it. Before they were like, "Hey,
Yeah.
no,
Right,
playing
no,
college."
I agree it'll be different now.
Yeah,
It might be, but it's actually I think it's limited though. It's only a certain amount of players for now. And I think then they open it. I think they're gonna start opening up after that.
Where they're like, hey, you're good enough. You can go straight, but you gotta go to college.
Yeah, I think it's limited. I think
they should discourage kids.
I should have read about
Yeah, maybe you should figure that one out.
I think they should switch. They should go the other way and make every kid play 2 years like football.
But what's it? How much are they gonna get paid? 160,000?
Yeah,
like something like that.
Who?
The kids going to G League? I think
You tell me, man.
I think it's 160,000.
Yeah, it's a good salary.
I mean, if you go to college, you're gonna make more money.
Every kid's gonna do it.
Nice.
Every kid's gonna do it.
I got that one.
Every kid's gonna do it.
Went over Spice's head.
That's eligible, right?
Well, they're gonna try and do it.
Every kid's gonna do it. That's eligible. That's money that they just wouldn't have.
Yeah. Good or bad? Do you like it? What else? Good or bad?
Yo, man, you should let these kids play when they want. You shouldn't restrict them to being okay. You got to do 1 year in university. Like NCAA doesn't need any more free money, right? Like, look, you know how much money Duke is gonna make this year? Off not like let alone like jersey sales or whatever, but like off TV. Everyone wants to watch that team. They're gonna have the top 3 picks in the draft next year.
That's crazy. The top 3 picks coming off one team.
That's crazy. It's just
they're gonna have another team, another guy in the lottery too. Yeah. Like it's insane. It's ridiculous.
The thing I don't like about college is your team is just based on like how much you schmooze these kids in the coming.
Yep.
Right, and those kids just talk like, let's all go play the same school because we find it's dumb.
And everyone that gets drafted now is a freshman.
Yep.
2 things I'm gonna go quickly. That actually just I'll skip the WNBA thing.
Well, I don't know.
Oh darn!
Wow.
Darn.
I had a point to make though about that.
WNBA?
No, about the college kids in good or bad.
No one's talking about WNBA.
What's the most successful league in North America?
In what?
In North America.
College.
NCAA.
Okay.
College
Professionally. It's the
Professionally?
NFL.
Okay.
The reason why the NFL is the best league is because you're watching kids on Fridays in high school, then you watch them all the way through Saturdays in
That's not why they're
college.
successful.
You're getting 6 years of kids before they get to the NFL. These kids have a fan base before they even reach.
That's not why they're successful.
That's
No, there's a lot of people that don't watch college. Like New York don't
Like
watch.
YouTube?
New York. Like New York doesn't watch college. I don't watch college.
There's no good school in New York.
Yeah, they don't watch college traditionally. But
that nation.
no, the reason
watches college football religiously.
Okay, sorry. That is you are right. That is one reason why the NFL is.
Every star in the NFL.
But the fact that NFL plays on Sunday, it's an event, and the gambling aspect of the NFL. That's what sustains their popularity. You are right. That is one aspect of it.
The kids
yes.
they watch, they've been watching.
You come up and you watch. Yes.
What's the second most popular league in North America is the NBA, right?
Professional. You gotta say that.
Yeah.
Professional.
Sorry.
Professional.
And I think a big reason why is because you watch these kids in college before they go to the NBA. If you take that away,
no, but it was like that before.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Some kids went straight from high school, which you didn't really know about.
But it was popular. Nobody cares about college.
No, well, is the NBA more popular now than it was when they had kids coming from high
That's nothing
school?
to do with college. Because nobody watches college because it's the one and done. I hear so many more people.
True.
No, you're right. No, they watch a tournament. They don't watch the games. They watch a tournament.
That's not true either.
They're watching now.
You don't.
A
lot of people do.
We watched a lot of stars.
Do you think the viewership goes? This is a dumb question. The viewership definitely does go up during a tournament.
I'm not going to debate that. I won't debate that.
Well, all I'm saying is that in America.
Wait, sorry. Okay, I'm going to skip that because I don't know the numbers. So I'll leave that one.
These kids are signing their D1 scholarships and they're being watched for a whole year.
So. I really don't think so.
Why is college basketball big then? If no one watches it, then it wouldn't be
gambling. Gambling.
But people are watching. Forget what they do when they watch.
You know it's gambling. They don't care.
So you're saying they don't watch?
Gambling for college sports is way more ludicrous than NBA or NFL.
There's more games.
Because there's more games and a lot of things get slipped through the cracks. Yeah. So a lot of people bet on them and watch a bit more. Also, I think a lot of college games are way more entertaining than NBA. You know why? Because I don't care about a lot of these players in the NBA. It's like they don't care as much.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that you're seeing people and you're watching people grow up to be NBA stars. You're seeing them years before they go to the NBA.
I understand your point. I think that's more of a point in football because they have to be there. Was it 3 years? 2 years?
2 years.
So they're there longer.
It's just one.
Basketball, Zion is gone. Zion is gone.
Yeah, but
by April,
you're going to watch him the whole year though.
Yeah,
and then there'll be another kid. These are NBA stars.
No, I don't think people care about that.
You're getting them before they become stars.
Especially in basketball, I don't think people care about that as much. And again, you're going to see it when this starts happening. NCAA is not going to suffer, and the NBA is not going to suffer.
They don't do it in hockey, and hockey suffers. Doesn't happen in soccer.
No,
Soccer,
see,
soccer.
no,
man.
no.
Like,
no.
hockey has the whole OHL. People are watching those guys.
Right
since
now,
they
they're
were
watching a
15.
tournament right now going on.
No,
like,
the OHL isn't as big as NCAA or
No, it's
obviously
not.
not.
And we
And those
don't-
players actually get played.
we don't watch.
Paid, so.
We don't watch top prospects play.
Yes, they do. They have a
They
top
do?
prospect
No,
game.
we don't. When do
We're
I
doing
watch?
it right now. When
What-
do you
Canada-
watch it?
What-
No,
what-
never.
This is
You
the same
don't
thing I
watch
said
it.
to him. Is
No,
just
no,
because
no,
you don't
no,
watch
no,
it doesn't
no,
mean people don't watch it.
Where are the top prospects playing right now?
Right now,
Are they
there's a-
all in one league? No. You have to watch 5 or 6 different
OHL.
leagues. Some kids are in
The
Sweden.
CHL.
Some kids are in Russia.
Sure, man.
Okay.
But there's a top prospects game.
That's
That gets very high
That's
ratings.
a game. That's not a league. What I'm saying is
What
that
about the World Juniors? You watch those?
that's one tournament. I'm saying NCAA
Where are these numbers?
has.
He doesn't have any numbers.
I'm saying they have institutional things that bring these stars through, so you watch, you know who they
No,
are when they
I don't
reach
think-
the
no.
leagues. And it's true. You can't say it's not true.
It's
You
not.
know half the kids. That
It's
get
part.
drafted.
It's part of it. But
We have a
no.
segment on the draft every year.
No, it's part of it. But your whole point to say that this is exactly why it's pop. No,
Not
it's
exactly.
It's not
I'm saying
true.
it's a huge reason.
It's,
I think
it's not a huge.
if you
reason.
take
It's part
it
of
away, it's going to hurt. That's all I'm
It
saying.
won't hurt at all. Not one bit. Not one iota. It will hurt. Not a single cent will be lost.
We'll see.
Not a single viewer will be lost. They will actually get more viewers now.
I don't think so.
The G League will get more viewers now.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
That's good for the G League.
Not one single person is going to stop watching NCAA. I guarantee their
You think
numbers
the
will probably go-
NCAA
They don't
doesn't
care.
have
I'm
some
not saying.
sort of...
I'm saying that you're gonna hurt that professional product
They don't
because
care
you're
either.
not seeing
Nobody
those
cares.
kids play years in advance.
Because the stars are the stars.
That's what I'm saying.
It didn't hurt. Like, LeBron went straight from high school.
LeBron's a
LeBron's
freak.
high school games are on television.
LeBron's a
You
freak
can't even. That's the
case.
You
You
can't. Even say
can't...
that
And the high school games will be on television regardless. It's not going to hurt anybody. It's
no
gonna
one
make
else's games are Zion. We didn't see him play in high school.
Yeah, it
we
was.
didn't see
It
Barrett
was.
play in high
It
school.
was.
It wasn't on here.
No, we didn't see.
No,
any.
it was down south. They did play him because he was being touted since high school. It wasn't as big as LeBron James, but his games were still
It's
on there.
news to me. So
They do play high school games down south.
of course they play high school games down south.
But
I'm
what's
saying
your
they're
point
not
then?
nationally televised high school
No,
games.
they're
I
not.
never saw Zion Williams play last year.
Williamson.
Whatever his name is.
Point
What did you know?
proven.
Williams.
Next topic.
RJ Barrett didn't play. He's
But we
projected
saw
number
his
one.
games on high school up here.
He was projected number one until they
Yes,
saw
he
Zion.
was.
I know,
His
I know.
games were televised up here
Nationally?
on Sportsnet. That's nationally.
I think you're lying. Because I 100% don't think they played his high
You
school
actually
games
have
on
no
TV.
proof of this
No,
stuff. You're
They
just
played
making
his.
things up
They
off
played
your head.
his national games
Oh,
because the
man.
national team's televised. They didn't play his high school games on national TV
I've been hearing about this kid for 2 years now,
because he's been the best player in Canada.
and they played his game on Sportsnet. Anyway,
I
whatever.
think-
Whatever. I don't think. I think.
If you can find his high school
think-
game, then you can win that argument.
Anyway, let's speed this up. MLB. Scott Boras is very unhappy. He went to the Vegas meetings, whatever. Spew his whole thing, conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory. His players aren't getting paid. You know what's kind of funny? MLB now, the league without the salary cap is acting like they have a salary cap. Now the Dodgers are trying to get under that luxury tax number. Bryce Harper, what was he said to? He was said to get $40 million a year. He's not going to get that now.
No one. Well, maybe.
What was the contract? Do you remember the contract he turned away from Washington?
10 years, $300 million.
Yeah, 10 years.
Which is
300.
less than Stanton.
Yeah. Apparently, Philly's going to pay him that much money. We'll see. I don't know if Scott Boras has a point. I don't know if you think that, Smythe.
I think
is
he
like-
might have gotten himself in trouble.
Scott Boras got himself in
I
trouble?
think he has a point. I think he has a point. Like, his players aren't getting paid. He's seeing a trend in the league. He thinks it's something against him. His
It's not against him. It's not against every player. It's
yeah,
not
but his players aren't getting
But he
paid.
has a high-profile player.
Yeah, and they don't really like him.
They don't.
I'm sure he squeezed them for a lot of money. There might be a player that's like, hey, don't give this guy what he wants. I totally understand that.
I think he really has a beef with the Jays. Too.
Yeah.
Scott Boras, the Blue Jays do not like Scott
Well, the
Boras.
Jays don't pay anybody. Who cares? Like, last time they paid a guy.
And Scott Boras, he's
I don't know why he's complaining. Tulowitzki's one of his clients.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Sanchez
Yo,
is one of his clients too. Now.
Yeah, Sanchez. Yeah. So Boras has 74 MLB clients right now. I know you want to get your money, man, but like,
He got Tulo paid.
yeah, he did.
That was
When
in a different- that was in a different league.
but that was like when Tulo was good
Yeah.
and he deserved it at that point.
He made a name for himself.
So what? And look what's happened now. That's like shooting himself in the foot.
yeah.
It's these contracts to guys. Owners, okay, if you can like have the same product but pay less for it, would you not want to do it?
In my opinion, MLB players are not worth that much money.
No.
There's not a single player I can think that's actually worth.
The point I'm making is, when you see guys break down so early after they get their big contract, there are guys coming out of the minors now faster than ever with the big hype train that are producing, if not the same, if not better than guys who are making 20 million, 25 million. So if you can get that production from your minor leaguers for 5 or 6 years before you have to pay them, then that's not anyone else's fault other than your clients before who got paid and screwed up and didn't fulfill their contracts. Why would I, as an owner, want to pay X amount of money and I can, for like 30 million, I get the same result for someone who's getting paid 500,000? Yeah. Why would I do that? Any owner, anyone who owns any franchise or anything.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't what?
I wouldn't pay. I wouldn't pay.
No. So like, this is years of having contracts like Albert Pujols, who gets 10 years, 240 million, and has 2 good years, and the rest of the 8, people are like, well, we're screwed now. Like, we can't afford to hire anyone else.
He's getting paid $30 million for the next 2 years.
Miguel Cabrera, look at his contract. That guy was great, deserved some money, but now he's getting paid in the next 4 years, $31 million a year. So now that team's stuck.
Well,
so why is anyone going to pony up?
The concept in baseball is that the years that you gave when you were in service, you're getting paid for the back.
Yes.
I understand it to a certain extent. It's gotten ridiculous, and now the owners are pulling back.
They should probably change the structure of baseball. I think the players should probably fight for a structure of baseball where they get paid these big numbers early on. That's probably how it should go.
Yeah.
Because I believe the players were fine with it because traditionally they get paid later on.
Well, you cannot, like you go 6 years though getting paid unless the team signs you beforehand, right? And you're making, in the first 2 years, you're making no more than $600,000.
So the players probably should be fighting now for it to flip it back around where you're getting paid earlier on in your career. I think if it went that way, where you got those big numbers earlier in your career,
it would make more sense.
And you didn't get
you
paid
play 2
later,
years, and they show you who you are.
They'd probably be fine.
If you sign your deal 2 years in, if you see you are for 2 years, then you get your 30 millions, and it tapers. Obviously,
it's going to be an interesting.
I wouldn't give Bryce Harper that much money.
No, I wouldn't give anyone that money.
No way.
Like, who would you give that money?
Trout right now in his prime.
Yeah.
Right now, but that's about it. Man. I wouldn't even give a pitcher that much money. No way, because it's not worth it. You're not going to get that return back. Well, they're going to break down.
Here's the thing: in baseball, if every team's doing it, then you pay somebody or who the guys you pay, and then that's it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But teams will stop doing it. You look at the Padres, right? What's their payroll at right now?
Well, they just gave Eric Hosmer 7 years, $149 million, and he was terrible.
Good job.
He was absolutely terrible last year, and that's why no one wanted to give him money because they were like, "No, man, like we see what you produce, we see what you do, and it's not worth it. You're asking for this." And you may get it, but we're not going to do it.
It's not going to be us.
So a team like the Padres who
have money to spare.
Yeah.
It's funny because,
you've won the lottery, sir.
Baseball players as organizations, I think they are getting smarter, and I think that's good for them. It's bad for the players.
They're going to have a bad
Guess who Hosmer's agent is?
Scott Boras.
So I don't know why he's crying.
Because he wants more money.
He has 70-something other players that aren't getting the contract.
His players are supposed to be getting $40 million a year.
Yeah.
Because when those players get $40 million a year,
when he
gets more clients.
When he brought Harper on, he was probably like, "This will be my big payday."
Oh yeah, and that's not going to turn out. Last thing, CFL. Bunch of saber rattling for Halifax to get a CFL team.
They'll get a team.
No, they won't.
Why?
No, they won't.
Why not?
Who's building the stadium?
I don't know. Maritime.
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, government does not build stadiums anymore. $300 million for a stadium.
No, I thought it was 100. Oh,
no, it's more than that. $300 million for a stadium.
It's not that bad.
Stadium?
Who's building it?
How many guys do you need in their stadium?
So they're going to
fit 10,000 people.
They proposed 24,000.
Why?
Seat stadium.
They don't have 24,000 people in
exactly.
They will.
Who's building that stadium? Just to lose money.
They will.
No, they won't. There's not the population there. They're not going to fill it, man. Come on.
24,000? They will fill it.
No.
I guarantee you they'll fill it.
Ottawa can't fill it.
If Winnipeg, because Ottawa's a joke. If Winnipeg can fill their hockey arena with 16,000 people, I have no doubt Halifax. No, it's not, man.
Halifax has the Mooseheads.
Halifax has no professional teams.
They have the Mooseheads.
There's a reason for that.
And they're going to have this
I know
team.
there's a reason. So imagine they get a team. You know,
it's like Saskatchewan. Not only you have Saskatchewan fills a pretty big stadium.
And Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
So like if Halifax gets a team,
If they had 50,000,
they'll have all Nova Scotia.
I think they're gonna have.
You
a
can
team.
drive from one end to the other in
Yeah.
a day.
I think they will definitely
New
have a team.
Brunswick,
Okay.
PEI.
Yeah.
You're not just getting. You might even get some people from Montreal.
You will not.
No, you're not good for people.
Well-
But again, who's going to build a stadium? If you have $300 million,
They have
right
private
now,
investors.
No,
and-
they don't have anybody.
Yeah,
There's no
they
way-
do, man.
No,
The company that's. Do you know who's bidding for this?
And they're not building a stadium. Are they going to build a stadium?
Why not? Someone has to.
Someone has to. They're not going to
I
build
feel
it.
like they're gonna get the team for free if they build a stadium
No,
or something.
$190 million is the asking
So
price.
free.
For the franchise or for the stadium? Because I heard
Franchise.
I
For
heard
the franchise.
See,
So half
plus
you gotta
stadium.
build-
So $500 million gets you a
To lose
franchise
money.
and a stadium.
to lose money.
I don't think they'll lose money.
I don't think they'll
It'll
lose.
take them a
CFL.
long time to make that money back.
Saskatchewan's losing money right now.
That's
Well, you have to get Grey Cups to win money in the CFL. That's how it works.
Well,
No, you don't. Look at the Argos last year. They won the Grey Cup. Look how bad they are.
That's usually what happens. No, well, what happens is the amount of money that you get from the Grey Cup, it kind of
Covers.
It covers what you spent
covers
the
how
last
much
2 years.
you
Yeah,
don't
sure.
get.
For teams like Saskatchewan or Ottawa,
Yeah.
like the Argos are
I think
terrible.
Saskatchewan's losing
Well,
money.
Calgary's good every year. Are
But
they making money?
they've made money before.
Calgary's good every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make money? I don't know.
I don't know. How much
I actually have no idea if that league.
Look,
CFL
it
is
was-
actually,
it
as a
was-
whole, the CFL is actually doing worse.
Look, man,
Yeah.
City Council was 15-0, a unanimous vote for them to pass this. Like,
Oh, they're gonna have a team.
and you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they announce it by Grey Cup.
Yeah.
They're not going to get a team. Again, show me somebody who's going to build a stadium, and then I'll agree with you. They might get a team. You're not going to.
Do you
A
see? Do you
CFL
see who the owners are, or the proposed owners who are going to buy a team?
Who?
It's a bunch of executives and former Arizona Coyotes
Wow.
owners.
Coyotes. Coyotes
What
are
a
coming
recipe
in.
for
There
disaster!
They're
we
coming
go.
in.
All right. Anything else in sports you guys want to talk about?
No.
Nothing. All right. Tell the people where you can find us, Smythe.
Wow, that was a quick ending there, man. Jesus.
No, hard out.
Find the Team Podcast on Instagram and Spotify and Google Podcasts, as well as social, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my favorite place, Tumblr.
Did you fix a Tumblr?
Nope, not yet.
It ain't
I want to point out
How
that
favorite is that?
Wells is not yet.
Hey, Wells, you want to plug the other podcaster?
No, you know what? No, you can't do it anymore. You can't do it anymore. It's
I
over.
do whatever I want. This
No,
is my closing.
no, you no
bit.
longer can do it. It's over.
You can beep it out then on the
Yeah,
end.
I'm beeping it every time you say it.
Yo, you can find me, Wells, on the Horseplay podcast.
End of fail.
No, forget him, man. You can find me on there anytime you want, man. We're back up. We're 2 episodes back, and we're going every Monday night now.
You guys broke down free agency in baseball. That was the first episode back. You guys broke down free agency in baseball quite well, I thought. That was an exciting episode. Yeah, so. Have you listened yet, Smith?
No.
He won't.
You know what? I have a drive to Guelph next week. I'm gonna pop in horseback.
Yeah, I doubt it. 100% guarantee.
And
unless I finally get that theme song, maybe you will.
Ah.
Yeah, and of course you can find everything on theparkdaily.com. That helps us out quite readily. You can find everything, all this sweet, sweet podcast goodness on theparkdaily.com. Find us out on Instagram, just like Smythe said. And we are out.
Nash, Wells, and Smythe host the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.